going to be hot. Welcome to a hot night in Bayamon. It's called in Spanish Anniversary 88, where all the superstars from the World Wrestling come down for the big night. With me are the World Tag Team Champions of the World Wrestling Council, the sensational Batten twins, also known as Double Trouble.
That's right, Ugo. You know, it's really great to be able to come out here and bring these matches to the people. You know, it's a great pleasure for us to come out here with you in sponsorship with E&G Productions, Capital Sports Promotion. We got some great matches coming at the people, and I think they're really going to be surprised. They're going to be entertained. But the biggest thing is that fire match.
Well, talking about some of the big stars.
I tell you, it was a great night, that hot night in Bayamon, Ugo. You had Samoans there, Jimmy Valiant, Dangerous Dan Spivey, Wahoo McDaniel, plus all the local World Wrestling Council wrestlers, Carlos Colon, Hercules Ayala, us, Ricky Santana, Rufus Jones. I tell you, it was a great night.
And it was a hot night, and believe me, the main event features a fire match. Hercules Ayala against Carlos Colon, and I know all the wrestlers were out of the dressing room looking at it. It was one of the best nights in professional wrestling. It was a great place to be on that given night.
That's right, Ugo. You know, these people out there are going to get a chance to sit down in their homes and see a fire match, and I don't think they've ever seen anything quite like this, and I'm sure after it's over with, you'll never see anything like it again, because only the World Wrestling Council could bring you a match like this.
Well, some comments on the World Tag Team match with the New Zealand Sheepherders.
That's right. You know, that was a big test for us that night, that hot night in Bayamon. We got a chance to defend our belts against the New Zealand Sheepherders, the Los Pastores. And you know, brother, it was a tough match. Bart and I, we trained hard. We were ready for the match, and we're enjoying bringing it to you on this tape.
Well, not only that, great things are about to happen right here. We're going to take you immediately to our first match. It's getting hot, a hot night in Bayamon. Here we go, tag team action, hot Saturday night in Bayamon. And there he is, the Boogeyman, already doing his thing here.
I tell you, Ugo, you know, you got to really appreciate the Boogie Woogie Man as the individual that he is. Super nice individual, and I think the referee just found out he got a good night hello kiss from the Boogeyman himself, Jimmy Valiant. And how else can you start a hot night out in Bayamon with a kiss on the old lips?
Yeah, that's right, Barton. Never let it be said to Rufus R. Jones, who's a great friend of ours, would never hesitate to maybe plant one on your kiss or two just to show his appreciation.
Well, we're talking about a pair here, Rufus the King Jones and the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant.
Tell you what, Ugo, you know, what a combination to get two guys like the Boogie Woogie Man and the Freight Train himself together in a tag team match against probably one of the biggest, toughest teams in the sport of professional wrestling, and that's the Wild Samoans. You can look at the screen right there and tell what big guys they are.
Alpha and Sika, the legendary Wild Samoans, over 14 times World Tag Team Champions.
You know, Ugo, on paper, this is a really good match. It's a great match to be brought to the people right now, because, you know, the Samoans are really unpredictable, and it takes a pair like Boogie Woogie and Rufus, because they're really unpredictable, to take on a pair of guys like this.
And here we go, some rope housing right now. The style of Rufus and Boogie Woogie Man stopping right from the beginning. The Wild Samoans, who usually attack their opponents, not this time.
I think they beat them to the punch, Ugo. You know, you got the shake and the bake and the rock and the roll and everything going right now, and it's all going against the Samoans, and I think they're a little bit surprised by the aggression shown right off the bat from Rufus and Boogie.
Rufus all over Sika, while the Boogeyman was taking care of Alpha. They're booging down right now.
They sure are, Rufus, or Ugo. Tell you, Rufus and Valiant, what a great team they are. I think years ago, maybe when they were up in the Charlotte area wrestling up there, I think they teamed together a couple of times.
Many times.
Yes, and they were a great tag team. So really, this is a reunion of sorts here on a hot night in Bayamon.
And it's the World Wrestling Council Superstars, the best wrestling.
I tell you what, Ugo, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Capital Sports Promotion and E&G Productions. That's Fast Eddie, buddy. Thanks a lot for giving us an opportunity to sit down and look at these matches and bring them to the people in their homes.
I'm the one that's happy. I usually got to deal with people that are always arguing, like Bobby Jaggers or Chicky Starr, who's always upset. this is a night off for me. I'm going to enjoy the matches, and I'm in good company because you guys are peaceful, nice, moderate, tremendous wrestlers, of course, but I'm not going to have a good time today.
Yeah, I tell you, we appreciate that, Ugo, and it's really a pleasure for us to be in your presence, too, because your reputation precedes itself, and it's an honor and a pleasure, and we're really looking forward to bringing these great matches to the people out there with you sitting right beside us.
And we could certainly verify that this is the World Wrestling Council Superstars, the best wrestling around the world, and now it's the Boogeyman and Alpha in the center of the ring. You could difference Alpha and Sika because Sika's got the lighter hair. Other than that, boy, we're talking about some crazy people. That's two of them right there.
And they look a lot alike, too, and I can appreciate that. I know my brother can, too, because we look an awful lot alike ourselves, so we can appreciate the little strategy or the little advantage that it gives you when you're a tag team.
Talking about strategy, did we just see kind of an illegal move by Jimmy?
I tell you, it sure looked like it to me, Ugo, but obviously the damage was done.
Fans were not complaining either.
That's right, Ugo. You know, the fans down here can appreciate the strategy there, but the Boogie Woogie Man just trying to get on top of the Samoan right there. I'll tell you, he just laid the other Samoan out right there on the apron, Brand. Went over and just cold-cocked him, but that's the Boogie style. He's taking care of business in the ring like he knows how to do.
Off in a lot of pain, and now the referee is trying to keep the action going here and wait till Rufus hits the ring. You think Jimmy is crazy. Whoa!
Whoa. I tell you, that those are two big heads going together right there, and it well knocked one of the Samoan off the apron there, Ugo. I mean, those are two big guys that just got their heads thrown together.
The Boogeyman all over Alpha. Face first into the turnbuckle, and here comes Rufus.
Well, there's a meeting of two hard minds right there, Ugo. The Samoan's got a hard head, and everybody knows Rufus Jones' head's just as hard, if not harder.
Okay, Rufus doing his thing, the king. He is something else in the ring. A lot of movement, and he is all over Sika. Here comes Alpha, and he gets hit. Double shots.
I tell you what, Rufus there he is going at both these guys. You know, Rufus had a little amateur boxing background before he got into sport of professional wrestling, and right there, he's just doing his shake and bake routine. He's got pork chops, he's got spare ribs flying all over the place. He's the king of professional wrestling, no doubt about it.
Do you know that actually when he goes to the gym to lift weight, that's part of his routine when he's working out? You're right. Well, even when he's doing some jogging, he's doing that.
There's no question about that. His arms are always moving, and I hate to keep repeating myself, shaking and baking, because that's what I refer to it when Rufus is in there doing his thing. You know, it looks like the Samoan's trying to beg off for a little mercy here, Ugo. I think he's had just about enough of Rufus for the time.
They have been hit hard, and we are talking about two top wrestlers in tag team competition, the Wild Samoans, undefeated for many years, and Rufus and Jimmy, like we pointed out, they teamed up many years around the NWA area, Charlotte, and they did great, defeated a lot of the top teams. Let's see what happens here in this hot Saturday night.
Well, there's Rufus Jones doing his little boogaloo right there, getting out of that side headlock held by the Samoans. And, of course, there's a Samoan complaining that he thinks Rufus Jones has some oily substance on his hair. And, of course, we all know that that's not true. You're exactly right, Bar. The Samoan seems to be pressing his point. Wants the referee to go check his hair, but he's not getting any satisfaction there. You know what, Ugo? I was just sitting here wondering, watching Rufus and the Samoans and Boogie Valiant, just how many years of wrestling experience do you think's in that ring right now?
A lot of years, and they held almost all prestigious titles in single competition.
That's right, and Samoans were world tag team champions at one time, I believe, up in the WWF. There's Rufus Jones again, getting out of that side headlock over with the big high 10 to the Boogie Woogie Man. I tell you what, so far it's been all Boogie and the freight train.
A little bit of a conference here. The Wild Samoans in the corner. So far, they have not been able to stop the freight train and the Boogie Man. Well, and it's hot Saturday night.
There's old Fast Eddie there, Ugo. I can pick that hat out of a crowd just about anywhere.
Oh, yeah. Where he is always trouble.
A lot of truth to be said about that. Samoan looks like he's getting a little bit of advantage over Rufus there. Tell you, you can't.
There's a hot shot.
There's a hot shot here on a hot Saturday night. You can't sell the Samoans short, Ugo. They're
mean streak by Alpha all over Rufus, but he's fighting back.
All right. Come on, Rufus. Come on, Rufus. See, Ugo. Rufus Joe. Oh, that was a big. Well, I don't know. It looked like another possible questionable blow there.
Yes,
I didn't really get a
to be
shot.
fair, the Boogeyman was the first man to use an illegal shot like that, and I think it's payback. And the fans do not appreciate it right now And it's trouble for Rufus right here. Here we go.
Well, Rufus managed to duck out of that just a little bit. Samoans in there trying to do a little double team tactic there, and they have no, you've got to count of 5 to get out of a ring in a tag team match or you should be disqualified. And I tell you, they pushed it to the limit that time. There's Freight Train with the big African suit bone to the jaw.
And he nailed the Samoan, but the tag is made here.
And
here comes Jimmy.
Boogie Man.
Whoa!
Oh, right there.
Oh,
Boogie
yes.
Man in the ring, going crazy. He's got the Samoan going. He's seen Rufus Jones take enough punishment, and he's tired of the tactics of the Samoans, and he's getting to him right now, Ugo.
He is all over the Samoan here. Referee is counting here. Jimmy not listening to the referee.
Ugo, do you think the Samoan style's been a little, or the style of Rufus and Boogie Woogie has confused the Samoans a little bit here?
Very wild style of Jimmy and Rufus. I don't think the Samoans ever expected to find this kind of attitude from Rufus and the Boogeyman.
I'll tell you what, the Boogie Woogie Man can brawl with the best of them, Ugo. We've seen him go from pillar to post too many times. When he has to have something done, if he has to take care of something in the ring, in this case it's the Samoans, he does whatever he has to do it.
Okay, Rufus all over now on Sika.
He's looking out at the people.
Wishbone here.
Looks. People really enjoyed that one.
We're
Ugo.
talking about a mean streak tonight here. Rufus, something happens on anniversaries of the capital sports. We see a lot of strange things happening. And Rufus, a mean streak on him on Saturday night here.
Hey, Samoan right there for karate thrust to the throat. Obviously, the referee didn't see that. I guarantee you that'll slow you down anytime. Here's the other Samoan coming in the ring, and they're getting a little double team action on the Freight Train, and Rufus needs to get a tag over there to Boogie.
Check those shots. Look at the punches coming in on Rufus.
Rufus is taking a lot of punishment right there. The referee's busy with Jimmy Valiant trying to get him back in the corner, and they're really getting some damage done.
And Rufus now suffering a lot of pain. And when the Samoans get going, not too many teams are able to stop them because they are mean and they don't get tired.
Well, you can just see the tactic right there, Ugo. You got the Samoan distracting the referee so his partner in the corner can do a damage. When you get in a situation like this in a tag team match, it's 2 against 1, and there was a vicious blow once again from the Samoan, but Rufus can't go anywhere because you got one holding him and the other guy beating on him.
Took all air out of the body of Rufus.
The Samoans are really starting to roll now, Ugo. Getting their double teaming in and breaking rules as only they can.
Big thumb to the throat right there. Rufus in a lot of trouble right now.
Rufus.
All right.
One good shot by Rufus. He stopped off out there for a little while. Now he's coming back.
There he goes, 20 legs.
There it
There's
is.
a tag to Jimmy Valiant. He needed that, Ugo.
Look out, here comes the Boogeyman.
Boom.
Whoa, oh, lover. There's someone, here comes the other one. Jimmy, it's all over.
He's taking
he might
it
get
to
the
him,
referee if he doesn't move out of the way.
Hey, he's going crazy right now, the Boogie Woogie Man. Bam, there's 2 big Samoans. That's a big collision right there, and the Boogie Woogie Man is rocking and rolling
All right, things
now.
are hot in Bayamon tonight.
Down goes Alpha. He's up for the cover.
2. Oh, there's the other Samoan making a save. You got to give credit there, Ugo. You got to do that.
Look out. This is going to be trouble. 4 men in the ring. And the referee's not going to be able to control this one.
Oh, there's a big headbutt by the Freight Train, Rufus Jones. That's put down a lot of men. There he is once again going after Samoan.
Referee trying to push Rufus out. Give the advantage to the Samoans here.
It's hard to restore order in a match like this. Uh-oh, they got both.
Over the top.
That's a top rope right there.
DQ, disqualification. Automatic rules in the World Wrestling Council. And desperation move on the part of the Wild Samoans as they were overpowered from the beginning by the team of Jimmy, the Boogie Woogie Man, Batten, and Rufus. The King Jones and the Wild Samoans are not happy about this. Nevertheless,
they're going wild.
The winners are Jimmy, the Boogie Woogie Man, and Rufus R. Jones, and the party has just begun. It is hot Saturday night in Bayamon. Let's take it on to the next match.
Our second match is really a battle that's going to really decide a conflict, probably one of the biggest hottest rivalries going in the World Wrestling Council at this particular time for the Puerto Rican Heavyweight Championship. Ricky Santana against Mr. Pogo, and Ugo, these guys really went after it there for a while.
Oh, you know, that's right, Bart. It's like you say, they've been battling all over the island, and it came down to this night, anniversary 1988, here in a hot night in Bayamon, to decide once and for all who was going to be the Puerto Rican Heavyweight Championship.
Well, Pogo's manager, El Profe, had claimed that Ricky Santana was not a worthy champion, and on the night of the anniversary 88, that there will be a new crowning of a new champion, and they have gone at it even before the referee was ready to do the check-in on both opponents.
Well, it's obvious, Hugo. Ricky Santana is incensed and was incensed by those comments made by El Profe, saying he's not a worthy champion, and he's letting that Latin blood boil right now, and he's showing just exactly what he's made of. Look at him going recklessly after Mr. Pogo. He's not going to finish until he's got everything done that he wants to do to this guy.
He is all over Mr. Pogo.
I think Mr. Pogo was caught a little bit off guard, too. Ugo, there's Ricky going for a big body slam on Mr. Pogo. Ricky's just totally incensed at this stage of the game. He wants to damage Mr. Pogo. Oh, what a vicious move that was. Mr. Pogo doesn't know whether he's coming or going.
A lot of hate involved here, not only the prestige of the championship, but it's a personal feud between Santana and Pogo. And this is the night, the anniversary 88 hot Saturday night in Puerto Rico. And Ricky Santana wants to prove to all the fans here and all the fans that will be watching this all over the world who is the real champion of the Puerto Rican island.
Well, you know, right now, Ricky Santana is trying to be held back a little bit by Ricky Vargas, the referee. He's having a hard time doing it because he wants Pogo bad, and I guarantee you, Profi is not happy with this situation right now.
Okay, here Ricky must be careful at all times because of the expertise of Pogo in the martial arts and that ever deadly cobra.
And he just got him right there with a big vicious chop that came out of nowhere right to Santana's throat. It's like Mr. Pogo got a little bit of wise counseling on the outside of the ring there from El Profi. I think that was a smart move.
How hard does Pogo hit? You've been in the ring with this man. You know that.
Tell you what, Ugo, we wrestled Mr. Pogo a lot of times all through our travels out in Kansas City in the Midwest. And then we came down here to Puerto Rico. We managed to beat him and Kendo Nagasaki to win the World Wrestling Council World Tag Team titles when we first came to this great island. But I tell you, his kicks are definitely the type of kicks that can do a lot of damage because he knows where to kick you and he knows how to kick you. And really, having to go out and wrestle this guy is not a fun time.
There's no mercy towards his opponents, I could tell you that much.
You know, that's just the way it is in the World Wrestling Council, Ugo. This is one of the toughest, and look at that, he threw him right there in the barricade around the people right there. Like I was saying, World Wrestling Council, you got to be at your best at all times because this is one of the toughest places in the world to try to get a championship and even just get out in the ring and wrestle.
Well, Pogo, for a few seconds, had the championship in his hands. Maybe he's a little bit overconfident here. This could be trouble for him because Santana is not a quitter, and like you said before, his Latin blood. And Pogo, okay, here we go. Santana.
He's turning tables on him again right here.
Hey, this is exactly what you have to do, Ugo, when you got a guy like Mr. Pogo, because he likes to take it outside the ring. He likes to try to do his damage outside the ring. And there, Ricky Santana just wrapped that leg around that turnbuckle post, and I guarantee you, it does the knee absolutely no good.
How does it feel when you are in the dressing room getting ready for this hot night in Bayamon? What was that? What was your experience on that given night?
Well, I tell you, Ugo, you know, to be a part of this great night was one of the biggest moments in our career. And as we'll see later on in the tape, we wrestled the Sheepherders that night, and we were just.
The wrestlers feel nervous prior to.
We were nervous.
A big confrontation like this.
Yeah, we were nervous. You're always going to be nervous when you go out there, and particularly that night for us. And here with Ricky against Pogo, it's for a championship. And you know that's on the line. There's a lot of money involved, a lot of prestige involved, and you just got to dig down in yourself and come up with what it takes, and in our case, for both of us, to go out there and do what you can do and win.
It comes around once a year, and it's called the Hot Night in Puerto Rico, this time in Bayamon, anniversary 1988. And it was a great night.
Tell you what, right now, Ricky Santana is just going to town on Mr. Pogo. He was pounding him with his fist, throwing the head into the turnbuckle, and there's a shot into the opposite turnbuckle. Pogo moved out of the way.
Chin first into the top turnbuckle.
I tell you, he didn't expect that at all, Ugo. Ricky Santana's in a lot of trouble right now. Look at Pogo. He's still a little weary after that beating he just took, but I guarantee he's got a lot of stamina stamina, and now he sees his opportunity to do some damage on Ricky, and I know Pogo well enough that he will take advantage of that.
Well, Ricky Santana taking a big gamble, and Pogo now, he misses a shot.
Right there.
Oh, beautiful move here.
Turn around, referee.
Oh, I think Kroffat distracting the referee a little bit here. Might have saved, well, could have had been 2 more seconds on that attempted pinfall by Santana. The champion in trouble, and Pogo, as the time progresses in the match, he tends to get meaner and meaner.
That's the advantage of having a manager out there on the outside of the ring, too. You were absolutely right. He really had him down for 3 seconds.
Oh,
the referee, there, he's really laid him in now. And the referee was distracted by the manager, and that's definitely an advantage.
Plus, he's always picking on racial comments, always insulting Santana's roots, and that has to kind of distract you when you hear a voice on the background insulting your people, your race. And Kroffat will do that. He will do whatever he has to do to make one of his wrestlers win a match, especially this Puerto Rican heavyweight title match.
That's right. When everything's on the line, Ugo, you got to give a little credit where credit is due. I'm not going along with Profi's way of thinking whatsoever, but he has to do, there's a big spin kick, and I can guarantee you Ricky Santana is seeing stars right now, because that spin kick is definitely in the jaw area, and I tell you, I can speak from experience. He chipped 4 of my teeth one time with that spin kick.
Wow. Well, a lot of new young wrestlers that are trying to make a name for themselves in the world of professional wrestling will have some tough times with Pogo if they face him, because he loves to get the new guys in professional wrestling and destroy them, break their bones, their necks. He is mean.
You don't sell Pogo short, Ugo. He's a ruthless competitor, and he goes out there and does what he feels he has to do to win a match. Even if you don't agree with his methods or not, I think the results speak for itself. And he does love to get young, inexperienced wrestlers out there and try to show them a little bit of what he's made of. And usually that ends up, like you say, with hospitalization.
Okay, an oriental nerve hold here, well applied.
Well, you can see the psychology here, the strategy of Pogo is very easy to see, Ugo. He's worn Ricky Santana down with the karate kicks and the karate thrust, and when he's got him weak and in bad shape like he does now, he puts on that nerve hold, and what that does is not only intensify the pain, but it kind of takes a little bit of oxygen out of you, too.
Well, the champion in a lot of difficulties here as a challenger has paralyzed him.
He's coming up now, Ugo, Ricky Santana.
What about the fan support?
Ricky's got the support of the fans. You can hear him in the background there getting behind him. But Ricky was in the best shape maybe of his career and was really up for this match at Hot Night, Saturday night in September, Anniversary 88 in Bayamon. And he was ready.
Big
that
shot
came out of nowhere.
Pogo caught him as he was coming in. Vicious karate thrust. Chop
he kicked
in.
out, though.
Santana's lucky to be able to kick out on that one.
I tell you what, you got to give credit to him. Oh, yeah, he was definitely, he could have just laid there if he wanted to, Ugo, and let the count of 3. But Ricky Santana's got too much pride, and he's not going to go down as easily as Mr. Pogo thought he was going to, and I think it's a credit to Ricky Santana.
Well, Pogo all over Santana. His manager, the professor, happy outside the ring.
Yeah, Kroffat loves it when his men are out there beating you up and getting you down. And it's like you say, he's constantly racially slurring you. Oh, Pogo's going to the middle rope here.
Oh!
Hey, I don't.
And we all know how much that hurt.
I think that might have raised Mr. Pogo's voice up a couple octaves, don't you, Ugo?
Whoa!
Tell you what, I think any of the men out there in the
you could have probably had sang an opera right there.
Exactly. I think we can all relate to how that feels. Ricky Santana was a desperation move to get those knees up, but it looks like he's getting a little bit of life left in him. And now that Latin blood's boiling. He's beating that chest, and when that happened, he's ready to start going to town. And Pogo's trying to run, but he didn't let him get out of the ring.
No running this time. As the champion
big elbow off the ropes there for Santana. He's going after Mr. Pogo now.
He's all over Pogo.
Laying those kicks in.
The champion all over.
Pogo. One count there. He's looking out to people, Ugo. He knows what they want.
Knuckle City right now, courtesy of Santana.
City right there, and target Mr. Pogo's head, and that's an awful head, too. Look at him. He's just going crazy, Ugo. He's going berserk.
He's not going to let Mr. Pogo beat him for that Puerto Rican.
And now he wants to go after the manager. That could be a mistake. He has to concentrate on the challenger.
Oh, another big right hand right there. There's that spin kick again.
It's so dangerous, because when you think you got him, there we have it. almost a 3 count.
Tell you what,
And
credit
the
Ricky
Prophet,
Santana
Did you see
there.
the Prophet outside? He thought he had him right
he
there.
thought he had it belt right there. Oh.
Tell you, big half power slam right there. I guarantee you, Ugo, that jars your kidneys, your backbone, everything. And here's Pogo up on that second rope. All right, he moves out of the way. Tell you what a match this has been. Ugo.
Back and forth.
Oh, what
a classical encounter of a tremendous, proud champion and a very dangerous challenger
And a
that would
very
like to please his
determined
manager by becoming the champion in this hot Saturday night in Bayamon.
Tell you, he couldn't quite get the pinfall there, so he gets him up for the slam. Now
Ricky
he's
is
going to
signaling
that
for
top
victory, and
rope.
we all know what's coming up here.
Tell you, when he puts this on them, they don't get up after
Dangerous
this.
move.
Yeah.
That's a high-risk move all the way. Oh! Tell you what, Ugo, a high-risk move right there. If the guy moves
wait a
all the
minute.
way-
That's a signal
Pogo
for the
signals
Cobra.
for the Cobra hold.
Tell you,
It spells trouble for
ladies
the
and
champion.
gentlemen, that's not a. You don't want to be putting
Don't let
that
him get
hold.
it, Ricky. Don't let him
Come on,
get
fight
it,
it,
Ricky.
baby, fight it.
And the kids that are watching this at home right now, please do never attempt to use any of these holds because they are deadly.
This one
Okay,
is very
that's
dangerous.
it. That's it. Come on, Ricky. See, he didn't quite let him get that Cobra. Tell you-
Pogo has been at his best. If Ricky has been in his best shape of his career, we have to give Pogo credit. He's been there.
Tell you what, you got to credit the World Wrestling Council too, Ugo, because this just goes to show what kind of matches, what kinds of matches that go on down here in the World Wrestling Council. Big vertical suplex, and Pogo is not an easy man to suplex.
Okay, he goes for the pinfall there, but not enough for the 3 count.
Both men are fighting with everything they got right now, Ugo. They're down to desperation.
Going for all the marbles. Side
Up there he
steps it.
goes outside.
Uh-oh.
A very dangerous place to be when El Profi is wandering around, Ugo.
Okay, Pogo. Now, waiting for the champion to get back in the ring. Referee is counting. To obtain the championship, you must pin the champion
big
or
kick
make him
right
surrender.
Yeah, both men just have given it their all, and you can tell they're fighting it, giving it everything they got down to the last bit to win this match, Ugo.
Look out, Ricky.
Oh,
that's
what
a big
almost like a
tackle.
sumo tackle.
I tell you, Pogo, look at him right now.
He
I
has
think
done
he's-
almost everything
hey,
right.
He thinks he's got it right now because he got Ricky Santana down. Oh, look at that! Flip over the
This
top
could be
rope.
it,
This could
Ugo.
be it. That's
There
it.
he is.
Hey,
Oh, great,
What a
great.
great match, Ugo. What a
Successful pinfall. The Coliseum here in Bayamon has erupted.
It's rafters are
as
shaking right now.
Their
Ugo.
favorite champion has successfully defeated Pogo in a tough encounter. He still holds the Puerto Rico's heavyweight championship. Look
Oh
out!
no! Cheap shot time. I tell you, this is a mark of Mr. Pogo. There he goes. He's already lost the match. Oh, big double shot coming off the ropes, brother. It's not necessary. Now he's
Oh,
in
there
There's a
goes that
Cobra.
Cobra. Oh, Hey, Ricky was in trouble right there, Ugo.
Oh, this means
Big trouble.
here. The match is officially over. Pogo has nothing to lose now because he already lost the match. So he don't have to worry about being disqualified.
Hey, what disgusts me is there's El Profi
Look
sitting
at the
there
manager.
giving direction, distracting the referee, and all that's doing is causing more harm on Ricky Santana. This is a serious situation right here.
And Santana.
The fans are certainly showing their despicability towards that act, too. They're pelting the ring with everything, Ugo.
Unnecessary right there. Prophet, he just ought to be fined and thrown out of the ring right there. Ricky Vargas Benitez.
Okay, that's where the bad things came into the ring.
Tell you what, Ugo, it's hard to explain to the people that weren't there the feeling of the hatred right now.
Okay, you were in the ring. You have faced Pogo before. You know the effects of the Cobra. Yet he left the ring and all that saliva and foam coming out of the mouth of Santana, almost ready to throw up. And you've been there before. How did it feel to see one of your buddies, one of your good friends, gone through that? Because when a hold is applied like that, you never know if it's going to cause permanent injury.
Well, that's the key right there, Ugo. That's a very dangerous hold. And when you see somebody in a situation like this, Ricky with his foam coming out of his mouth, is something seriously wrong here. And, it's obvious by the look on our faces right there. We're concerned about it. But, it's just one of those hazards that can possibly happen to you every night you step into the ring. Something like this can happen to you, and it's just a feeling that's sometimes hard to live with.
Yeah, that's right, Ugo. And there's Ricky foaming at the mouth from that Cobra being applied unnecessarily by Mr. Pogo. And, we really didn't know what to do because Ricky was really in a bad way. And here they are, they're bringing out the stretchers. And we're just trying to comfort him a little bit. But we were really concerned for his health right there.
Well, to tell the fans what happened afterwards, he was taken into the medical facilities where he was kept under doctor's care for over an hour till finally he reacted. Fans, we're going to take you now to another great match of this hot Saturday night in Bayamon.
Okay, here we go, Hugo. The third match on this great video. We got the New Zealand Sheepherders against the sensational Batten twins, and I can honestly tell you, we were really up for this match.
You know, you're right, Bart. This was one of the biggest matches of our career up to this point. To be in front of this great anniversary crowd for 88 and a hot night in Bayamon against maybe one of the toughest tag teams in the whole world, the New England Sheepherders. We were sky high, Hugo.
New Zealand Sheepherders, a great history in championship glories, as they were champions over 34 countries and always represented their country, even though that flag was used on many occasions to injure a lot of opponents. What was the feeling when you knew you were against one of the top teams in professional wrestling, man, that had defeated a lot of top teams in the world? And not only that, but you know that at any given point, Butch or Luke Williams could do something to permanently hurt you.
Well, Hugo, I'm glad you brought that up, because I'd like to know and ask you a question. Why does a promotion bring in a team like the New Zealand Sheepherders to wrestle the sensational Batten twins when everybody knows what kind of reputation the Sheepherders had? We had to put our titles on the line. There were a lot of other teams that could have and should have got a title shot, but yet the promotion decided to bring these two animals in here to come after us. I don't understand that.
Well, it could be that the fact that you have defeated so many top teams that they wanted to show the people how great the World Wrestling Council champions are, and when you face the Sheepherders, you are against the best.
That's right, Hugo. I agree with you, and I hate to disagree with my brother, but
wait a minute. You hate to disagree with who?
With my brother. I disagree with his point of view right there. I agree with you. This was a great test for us. I mean, the people know what the New Zealand Sheepherders stand for. They know what to expect when they see the New England Sheepherders in the ring. And, that just comes with the territory, Bart, and you know that. So, really, I think this was a great test for us, because we could show the people of the whole world right here that we are as good as any tag team anywhere by beating these guys.
I'm a little bit confused, because I thought that the twins always think alike, and they got the same taste for everything.
Hugo, let me tell you something right now. These guys, as far as I'm concerned, were a hit squad brought in by somebody, probably somebody in the promotion. I don't know. Maybe they thought that we were getting a little bit better than they wanted us to be. I don't know what the situation was, but as far as I'm concerned, deep down underlying it's conspiracy. Regardless of what Brad says, regardless of what you say, there's more to this than meets the eye.
Oh my goodness, these are serious accusations here. And I have to stop here a second to let the fans know that we are not responsible for the comments that were just made. Here, maybe you should identify the name on one of the Battens so we know who just said that, because you guys look alike. I don't know who's who here.
Well, right now, Hugo, I'm not even going to register that comment right there. It's Bart that said it. But here were the Sheepherders. They finally attacked us when we came in the ring. There's the big high five. The sensational Batten twins, the crazy train of professional wrestling, are doing what they do best, regardless of the hit people that the promotion brought in.
Well, Bart, you do have to admit that even you might call them hit people, but I'm telling you, they're top caliber competition, and what we did right there is we just outsmarted them right there. I mean, these guys are smart guys.
I agree with you. If you are the best, you have to wrestle with the best.
And this is Brad talking now.
I'm not saying this isn't, they're not a great team. Don't get me wrong here. Everybody knows they're a great team. I don't think you guys understand where I'm coming from. Why this particular team? Why not bring in somebody else that don't have the reputation of brawling like these guys? I mean, that's what I don't understand.
Yeah, well, that's like getting a quick escapade from the top teams. I think just like in professional football, where division leaders play each other on playoffs and in Super Bowls, I think holding the world tag titles signify that you have to fight or wrestle the #1 challengers. And here is Luke Williams getting some tremendous shots here.
Tell you, we were really psyched up for this match right there. And really,
who's in the ring right now?
It's me in the ring, Hugo. Bart.
this is Brad on this end here, and all I want to say is, here they got Bart there. That was sneaky right there. But Bart, this was a big night for not only us, but for the World Wrestling Council on Anniversary 88. And what a better team could they have put us against than the Sheepherders from New Zealand to show the people of the world that this is where it's all happening.
Well, Brad, again, I got to disagree with you and Ugo. Everybody I remember that clothesline right there because that nearly took my head off and came out of nowhere. But I'm not saying these guys aren't a great team. I'm saying we should be considered a good team too, and why should we be tested with a team like that when there's other teams out there that would like a shot at those belts?
I'm confused here. I always thought twins think alike, they dress alike, and I don't know what's going on here. Anyway, let's get back to the action here as the Tank has been confused here. Who's in the ring right now?
That's me again, Ugo, just slipping and sliding and drop kicking, and the Sheepherders. And there's those two big noggins together right there. And I'll tell you what, we had them going right there. I don't think the people expected this from the Sensational Batten Twins. I don't think the promotion expected this from the Sensational Batten Twins. But just goes to show you that we're as good as we think we are.
And Bart, I don't know about that. I just know that they brought a team like this down here for this particular night. I think they had confidence in us that we could beat these guys. World Wrestling Council doesn't want a representative like the Los Pastores to have their World Tag Team belts. They want somebody like us, and that's exactly what the point was, to have us sign a match with these guys to prove that we are the best.
And we always invite all the wrestlers from all the other alliances, including the NWA, AWA, and the WWF to participate. If you think you're good,
Ugo, I think you're influencing my brother. I don't appreciate it at all, buddy.
Oh my God.
Ugo, I wouldn't worry about that.
My ulcer is starting to act up a little bit here.
I wouldn't get too upset over it, Ugo. I mean, we have a difference of opinion here, but one thing we do agree on.
Good time here now. Now I'm in the middle of I don't know. Well, let's talk about the match right here. World Tag Team titles on the line, hot Saturday night, and this is crazy. Luke Williams. Who's in the ring right now with Luke Williams?
Well, that's Brad, Ugo. And, there they go to their tactics: the eye gouging, the eye ripping. Oh, they were good move right there. Leapfrog. Knee to the midsection. I mean,
So you took a knee from him, and then you were able to counterattack with the same maneuver. Good drop kick.
There's a big drop kick right there. I tell you, Ugo, I think this was a showcase for the Sensational Batten Twins. There's a lot of people out there that didn't think we could do what we're doing right now on this screen in everybody's homes with the big fat guy sitting there drinking a beer. He's watching exactly what the Sensational Batten Twins are made of.
Wait a minute. We should not talk like that, because there's good people watching us right now, and I don't think I'm kind of taking it personal because I got a kind of a beer belly myself.
Well, Ugo, if the shoe fits, wear it. I'm going to have to, and this is Brad speaking now, I have to, I can't disagree with what my brother's saying, because we are showing the people right here that we are as good as any tag team in the world today.
Oh my God, I don't understand this.
Well, I'll tell you right now, the New Zealand Sheepherders right now, Ugo, getting back to the match, have really got things going right now. Oh, there went for the big headbutt. We moved out of the way, and there's a drop kick. And I guarantee he wasn't expecting that. The Sheepherders are back outside the ring. We're celebrating, we're fired up, and this was a big night for the Sensational Batten Twins, regardless of what kind of scandal or controversy you or the promotion wanted to throw at us.
Well, I'm not involved in any conspiracy or anything. We just want to show the people around the world the best wrestling, and right now we have witnessed already a tough match here, and it's getting even hotter and better. Anyway, here we go. Good move by the Batten Twins, double teaming on the Sheepherders. They're using the same strategy as the Sheepherders have done throughout all those years where they held so many championships.
That's right, Ugo. We studied a lot of film and saw a lot of tapes and matches of the Sheepherders before we came out to this night to wrestle these guys. So we knew pretty much what was going on with them and how they would wrestle in a match and the tactics they would use. Where they, on the other hand, I don't think there's that much tape out on us, on our wrestling strategy.
Are you kidding? There's plenty of tapes on you guys.
Well, I don't think these guys saw them, because I think we had them off guard. We were really fired up for this match, and we were really psyched up, and here we are. We're going after them again. Oh, look at that.
From the floor there.
I remember that.
Butch Miller grabbing one of the boots of the Batten Twins, and now Luke Williams, the crazy one, all over One of the Batten twins
I
here.
tell you what, Ugo, these guys are vicious, they're tenacious, they're rough, they're tough, they're brawlers, they're street fighters. Look at that, using the belt, our belt that we had on the line right there to try to do some extra damage on us. I mean, these guys
That's awful.
Hey, they're obviously 5 cards short of a full deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no question about it.
But there again, Bar, you know, this is a good chance for us to prove to everybody that we are just as tough and just as rough as these guys are, and it was a good test for us.
Why do we have to put our, excuse me, Ugo, why do we have to put our life on the line with these guys? Why can't we
there's
wrestle?
a big top
Well,
rope
you are
there.
professional wrestlers. You are one of the top teams in the world. You currently have recovered the World Tag Team belts, and you should know that this is it. This is the big leagues of professional wrestling. Illegal tactics by Butch Miller, the tank, using the belt again on the back of the head of one of the Batten twins, and the fans are really upset about it.
I'll tell you, not as upset as I was, Ugo. I'm the one sitting there getting my head beat in by the belt. I'm getting it thrown into a table. That ring was up on some kind of platform about a foot off the floor. I fell over that. I've got knees. I've got everything else. Why do I have to endure that?
Are you complaining about the floor platform now, too? Because we did that to make sure that everybody in the arena was able to see all the action, because this is Hot Saturday Night once a year, every year in Puerto Rico.
Well, you know, I don't, as far as what the people want to go at this particular stage of the game, Ugo, I'm not that concerned about that. I'm concerned about ours.
Wait a minute, Bart. Listen to these people out here. They're behind us the whole time. I think sometimes they feel the pain we feel, and they can relate to what's going on with us in there. I mean, we're family, and most everybody out there is family, and they're with us all the way.
Look at all the cheap shots there. Why should I have to go through that? Why should you have to go through that? The people are so open-minded and so resentful, or not resentful, so respectful of our talents. Why do that?
They were complaining to the referee because you were getting hurt there.
Yeah, well, then what's the referee doing, Ugo? Look at him.
Well, Salas Carrente, the referee, was having a lot of trouble trying to control this. 2 crazy wrestlers from New Zealand.
Well, there's Fast Eddie. He could have, you know, Eddie, hey, you could have helped me right there, get me back into the ring.
Well, that's illegal. You should not have any help from other people.
Oh, then it's legal for him to throw me outside the ring and hit me in the head with the belt?
No, it's not. This sounds to me like a deja vu here. I'm starting to feel like I'm back with Bobby Jaggers here. Hey. What's happening, guys? I'm one of your buddies.
Well, what's happening is I just had a sunset flip on one of the Sheepherders, and I had him pinned, and the referee's over there not doing what he's supposed to be doing, and he wasn't counting the guy, and we had him right there, at least for a while. Now they're going back to beat me up again, Ugo.
And they do what they do best, double team, and they make those quick tacks, and look at that knee. The specialty of the house. Butch Miller.
You can tell by my reaction on the apron there, Ugo, that I've even felt that one. So at this stage of the match, I was really concerned for Bar. I mean, he's been out there taking a lot of punishment.
Did you think you were going to be able to retain the titles at this point in the match?
Tell you, you know, you really can't be out there.
Well, what's your opinion on that?
What's my opinion? That I was never in doubt that we would.
What about your brother?
Oh, Ugo, let me tell you, when we step in that ring, there's never any shred of doubt in our mind that the outcome is going to be our hands getting raised. Now, granted, this was a very tough match, and there's a big forearm onto my chest that I felt real bad. But see, now we're starting to use the tactics that they use, and it just goes to show you that we're going to do whatever we have to do to win. That's why I never get concerned about losing the belt. That's things that maybe you should worry about.
Well, okay, fans, having some different opinions here.
I'm on your side, Ugo.
Yeah, well, thanks a lot.
Well, see Ugo there. They're
we have never seen 2 twins in action and then also narrate the matches, so this is very confusing for me.
Well, you know, look at this New Zealand Sheepherder right now, Ugo. I'm going to get to the match. You guys can talk about whatever you want to talk about, but I'm going to be respectful to the people that bought this video, and I'm going to describe the action that's going on in the ring. It's a rear chin lock, almost a sleeper type of a hold, but still it's a type of hold that wears you down, and that's exactly what they're trying to do to me right now.
What's the way to try to escape from this hold?
Well, you just got to reach down inside your guts. And if you know what I'm talking about, there's that special feeling, that never say die type of situation, that substance in your body that's not going to let you give up. You reach down, you grab for whatever it takes to do whatever it takes to get over and tag my brother. And oh, see, the big head right there, and I moved out of the way, and now we've got a chance to get a little revenge back on these guys for the punishment they've been giving me. I can't find my way to the corner, and there I make the tag.
Tell you, Hugo, I can tell you one thing right now. At this point in the match, I was
what was
one
on your
mad.
mind right now?
I was very mad. They abused my brother every way possible, and all I wanted to do was just beat him up.
Okay, now all over. Luke Williams and reversal here against the turnbuckle. Here he comes. Good move. And a sleeper.
Sleeper right there, Hugo.
Oh.
See the people right there, they think that might be in question, right? Well, no, he's not going to allow it.
Okay, Butch Miller coming in, and now
I'm not going to allow it.
4 men in the ring.
Tell you, we knew right here, Hugo, we had to go after him or we might be in a little bit in danger of losing our belts.
Whoa. Okay, now here, what happened here? One of you was hit against Butch Miller? No, Luke Williams.
That's right. And there I am trying to fight 2 guys at one time and hold my own a little bit. But there they finally got the best of me. And you can only go 2-on-1 for so long, Hugo.
They're strong. Oh, good move. Drop kick.
All right, see?
And Butch Miller goes out of the ring. And it's now 1-on-1.
Now it's time to get back a little revenge for what they were doing to me. And I tell you what, Hugo, I'm tired and I'm worn out. And I'm trying to...
There they come.
He just comes right in.
You know, Hugo, I'm supposed to be the legal man in the ring, too. They got Bart in there.
Oh, big
the legal
knee, and
guy.
out the real rope goes. They say, that's going to make things a little different right there. And I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to take care of what has to be done out there.
Oh, good move. Referee gets knocked out.
Oh, there goes the referee. Yeah.
I don't know who got the worst hit, the referee or
Hey,
one
why
of
is
the
the referee
Sheepherders?
not counting, Hugo? That's what I want to know. Why is he not
He just
counting?
got hit. He just got hit.
He just got hit.
Look out.
He just got hit by the...
Well,
Here comes the flag.
how many times have you seen this happen?
Oh, many times.
Hugo, I'm here to tell you that put a knot on my head for about a week and a half right there. I don't really remember much after that stage of the match.
Lights out for one of the Battens.
What's this referee doing?
And the controversial pinfall coming at this match as the New Zealand Sheepherders in this hot Saturday night. At this given time,
You're absolutely right.
They
Hot
thought they were the
Saturday
new
night.
World
We
Tag
were
Team
hot
champions.
about that, Hugo.
Hugo, like I say, at this point in the match, I'm down there on the mat. I really don't remember much till really a couple hours later back at
celebration.
home.
Celebration time for the New Zealand team. But, oh, wait a minute, another referee comes into the ring. Ricky
See, now
Vargas.
there is justice. See, there's a Ricky Vargas. You got to give credit where credit is due. He's an intelligent referee. He knows what the Sheepherders are capable of, and he was watching the match to make sure that what just happened wouldn't happen. And they get the belts on a cheap shot. And it looks like, as far as I'm concerned, well, I know for a fact, he came out and did the rightful thing and gave the titles right back to us. Exactly right.
Okay, by disqualification, the Batten twins retain the World Tag Team
We outsmarted the
Championship.
promotion anyway.
And it's hot Saturday night. It's getting hotter here in the studio, too. Let's take you now to the next match.
All right, wrestling fans, we're on to our 4th match here on the Anniversary 88 Hot Night in Bayamon. And this match, Bart, pits Dangerous Dan Spivey against the Chief, Wahoo McDaniel.
Yeah, you can also say that it pits 2 ex-football players against each other, and I know, Brad, we're going to appreciate that, being ex-football players ourselves. Wahoo McDaniel and Dangerous Danny Spivey, both college football stars, made it all the way up to professional football, and now they're bringing their wars. They've been going all over the United States, and now on this hot night in Bayamon, they're right in the middle of the ring, ready to go after it again.
Could be also a little bit more of animosity, as professional jealousy could be here a major source of this rivalry, as Wahoo was a bigger star in pro football when he played tremendous years for the New York Jets. So a lot of things might be behind what we might just know here.
Well, you got, I think what you're talking about there, Hugo, and I hate to say at this stage of the game that you're right, but I have to.
You hate to say that I'm right.
I hate to say it, but I'm going to. You're right. These guys, you call it, I don't know, reputations. They both have reputations, and they're not going to let either of their reputations suffer from the reputation of the other. Can you follow that?
Yes, I'm trying to.
Hang in there, Hugo. My brother's just, I don't know if he had ate a bad burrito today or what, but, you know, I agree with you, too. This is going to be an excellent match. These two guys, like we've said, no love lost. They're out to prove a point. Who is the better man? And maybe back in the back of their minds, who was the greatest football player,
Yeah,
too.
and when Spivey gets angry, and we have seen that many, many times in the World Wrestling Council, a lot of stitches have been given by this man here, including eyes, broken noses, and more of that, because Spivey, he hits hard.
Well, just look at the man, Ugo. He's probably 6'8", 6'7". He probably weighs up close to 300 pounds. He is a big man, but he just felt, I was just getting ready to say, Wahoo McDaniel's big chop, and he has probably one of the most devastating chops in the sport of professional wrestling.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. One time coming out of the airport, I went to pick him up.
We won't hold that against him.
Oh my goodness! And he chopped a friendly, just a friendly Indian chop, and I had the 5 fingers there for over 2 days.
Ugo, it's a thunderous chop, and any of the fans out there can't even really appreciate it until you've maybe got in the ring or had, like you said, have him demonstrate it to you and feel the power that he puts behind that hand.
Well, you can hear the smack every time he hits the chest. You can see the sweat fly. I mean, he's got some momentum behind that chop. But there's dangerous Danny Spivey doing what he does best, brawling. He's taking the big Indian down, and I personally hope he puts a real hurting on him.
Wait a minute.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that or not. I think
that you personally hope that Spivey hurts Wahoo?
You know, Wahoo's one of our friends too. And
so wait a minute. So now I got heat with your brother, and now he wants Spivey to. What did he eat this morning?
I don't know. I'm not really sure, Ugo. But like I say, Wahoo is one of our.
I was going to invite you guys next Saturday home, but. Not if he's going to behave like that.
Dangerous Danny McSpivey going to town on Wahoo McDaniel. Regardless of what you two want to go over there and talk about, I'm going to talk about the match. There's a big Irish whip into the turnbuckle, the elbow to the top of the head. Ugo, he is hurting Wahoo McDaniels right now, and hopefully maybe hurting that ego a little bit.
Blood all over the face of the great Indian warrior, Wahoo McDaniel. A lot of trouble here.
Yes, sir. He's been, Dangerous Dan's been pounding that head, and obviously he's done a little bit of damage there, and Chief's in a little bit of trouble. But Ugo, you know, and I know that when Wahoo's down, he's certainly not out, and we can expect to see a barrage of those big chops coming just about any time.
Well, don't count him out.
I think he looks good in red, personally.
Wow, Ugo, what's going on over here?
Oh, my goodness.
He's my brother, and I don't even know. He's my twin brother, and I don't even know.
Well, if you don't know, imagine me.
Yeah, really.
I'm having trouble just holding the microphone.
Tell you, just a big rear chin lock right here. Just what's he doing right there, Ugo? He's trying to get that blood flow right up through the neck, into that forehead, and cause more loss of blood to weaken Wahoo McDaniels. And as far as I'm concerned, hey, the means justify the ends, or the ends justify the means, however you want to look at it.
Referee Saul Scarente asking Wahoo if he surrenders, but the Indian chief is not a quitter.
No, he's not going to quit, Ugo.
Look at those punches. Knuckle City here.
Dangerous Dan Spivey is a big man, so you know he's got a big knuckle, and Wahoo McDaniel's forehead's definitely getting a good introduction to it. But like I say, Wahoo's not down yet, and he's certainly not out, so this match is a really great match. Just typifies Anniversary 88, a hot night in Bayamon, and the Chief's really in trouble.
Do you think your brother is upset because our editor, Ellis Montalvo, and myself took about an hour extra to come into the TV studio, maybe?
I don't know. That's a possibility, Ugo. You know, normally we're pretty laid back guys.
You got to realize that our time is very valuable. The fact that we had take the time out to sit down here with you, and we've got 1,000 other things that we could do, but we thought that we would improve the quality of this tape right here for the people out there watching it on their TVs. We thought we'd add a little class to the tape, and that's why we're sitting here, whether you want to agree with that point of view or not.
Well, Bart, it's an honor for us to be here and for E&G Productions, Fast Eddie, and sit here with Ugo and bring these great matches to the people. I don't know.
Well, there's Wahoo McDaniel trying to throw a few elbows into the midsection, and just not having any effect on this big guy. Danny McSpivey is showing exactly what he can do to Wahoo McDaniel. That's why I call him McSpivey there, Ugo, because he's got green on. I mean, let's make this all Irish, right?
Okay, if you say so. I ain't going to disagree with you. Here we go. Tremendous kick by Spivey.
Yeah,
he follows through. He hooks the leg.
Up. Hey, the Chief's not out yet.
No. He kicked out, and now Spivey doing more damage to the forehead. But here comes the Chief.
Oh! Now look at that, Ugo. I guess you're going to sit there and tell me that was a great wrestling move right there.
No, I won't. I would just say it's survival. I'm a survivor myself.
Are these two animals out here? They're going for broke. You got to do what you got to do, right?
He's a bloody mess, and he wants to protect his life.
I don't agree with that. Why does he have to resort to that?
Okay, it's Spivey in trouble now. Against the turnbuckle. Here comes the Chief.
Oh,
Did
big
you
boot
see
right
the
there.
size of that boot as it came
That's
right
gotta
to
be
the
it.
jaw?
Nobody saw it any closer
Oh, wait a
than Wahoo
minute.
McDaniel.
Close to the ropes. They're holding
Now,
on.
what's the referee doing right there? He has no business interfering in the match
Well,
at that particular
Spivey
point.
was trying to cheat.
He had his foot on the rope, Bart.
Spivey has got a valid point
Oh,
right
big
here.
mistake. He
Oh,
got
look at
distracted with the
this.
referee. Here we go. 2, 3.
I knew he could do it.
Say,
Ugo.
why don't they raise the hand of the referee? He's the
Wow.
one that won that match for Wahoo McDaniel. Ugo.
Say,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before anything else happens here, we are going to take you into another great match of this hot Saturday night, which I'm starting to wonder which is hotter, the TV story right here or that night. Before we go into the match of Invader 3 and Chicky Starr, we're going to show you an incident that occurred prior to that match. Chicky Starr had issued a special invitation to the Super Medic, but he was going to be in, boys, for a big surprise on that night.
Well, I tell you, Hugo, I think, I remember this particular situation when it occurred. It occurred at here in B-Thorne Stadium here in San Juan, and I'm sure you were just as pleased as punch at the final outcome of this particular situation.
No, I was not pleased at all. I don't like people being hit that way or suffer the way Chicky Starr did or anybody else. But we have to recall to the people that it was Chicky Starr's, one of his wrestlers, Raging Bull Manny Fernandez, who had previously injured Invader 3.
That's exactly right, Hugo. And right here, the world of professional wrestling is tough, and what the people are about to see is what happens sometimes when you try to injure a man and put him out of wrestling permanently. Yeah, but that's just one of the risks that you take whenever you get in a squared circle, Brad. You ought to know that. Hugo ought to know that. He's been in there before. Now look at this cheap shot right here by soon-to-be the Invader 3. Now, you're going to tell me, Hugo, that that was particularly necessary right there?
No, I don't think it was necessary, but you never know how a human being is going to react when he's been hurt before. In the case of Invader 3, the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez, who was managed by Chicky Starr, almost killed this man.
That's exactly right, Hugo. He jumped off the top rope on the man's stomach, and he had a lot of internal bleeding. It was a bloody mess out there. I mean, he could have killed the man, Bart.
Well, and this was payback.
Exactly right.
We're not saying it's right, but it's revenge.
Well, I tell you, I totally disagree with the whole situation. Like I said, every time you get in a squared circle, you're taking your life into your own hands, and that's exactly what Invader 3 did when he got in the ring with Manny Fernandez, and to go out here and cause this kind of harm, this kind of punishment to Chicky Starr when he was not really directly responsible for the Invader 3's injuries. Well, I think that's just totally barbaric. Wait a minute, Bart. If he was not directly responsible, he was Manny Fernandez's manager, and he's going to tell Manny what to do, so how can you say he was not directly involved? Yeah, but he didn't go out there and do it himself, It's not like he actually did all the damage to Invader 3. And look at this. There's Dr. Hector Gonzalez, who probably has more appearances than any tape put out by E&G Productions and Capital Sports Promotions. He's a main attraction, and particularly in a situation like this. Now look at the back of the head. I don't remember or recall how many stitches Chicky got from this particular situation, but I tell you, I disagree with the whole thing.
It was about 14 stitches. It was something horrendous, but like we said before, it's sometimes people do things to get even, and even though if we don't agree with their tactics, in the case of Chicky Starr, he has caused a lot of injuries to a lot of wrestlers, and this time the people were actually very, very happy that this happened.
Hugo, that's exactly the point I was going to make. I think the people finally enjoyed seeing Chicky Starr get a taste of his own medicine right here. Oh, you saying they're enjoying look at this graphic gore right here, Brad? You're telling me that there's people out. Well, you got to remember this is Puerto Rico too, and that's their kind of mentality, right, Hugo?
Oh, wait a minute. Don't get me into this situation here. I'm just an innocent bystander here.
Well, you take up for your people all the time.
No, I just call it like it is, and You know, nobody's saying that I'm right all the time, but I try to be as accurate as I can, and I just call it the way I see it. I know the fans were surprised to find out that the Super Medic was really the Invader 3 and that he had used the mask of a good friend of him who was the Super Medic.
Well, you know,
how the doctor was doing the initiation to shave off the hair and then to stitched up about 14 stitches on the head.
But I'm telling you what, Hugo, I don't think anybody was more surprised than Chicky Starr to have Invader 3 come out there and give him a little payback.
And the doctor was afraid of moving him.
Well, there's one thing I can say, Hugo. If there's anybody that's skeptical out there, that all they have to do is sit there and see this particular situation right here to realize the dangers that we have to look for and take chances for every time we get in the squared circle. That is not a pretty sight.
No, it's not.
It certainly isn't, Bart, but like you say, every night you go out there, you put your career on the line, you put your body on the line. Chicky Starr just wasn't his night.
And now here comes the match.
Okay, here we are back into the hot night in Bayamon. Chicky Starr against the Invader 3, and this is where Chicky Starr will actually get his chance of revenge. And now look at this, Hugo. How can you explain this? The Invader 3 brings in an axe handle in the ring and starts laying it back on Chicky Starr now. There's no excuse for that.
Anger and the desire of getting even. I don't think he was satisfied with his stitches on that Chicky Starr Sports Shop, and he was out to just take him out of wrestling, just like his wrestler did. And Chicky Starr came out in TV and said that he had ordered Manny Fernandez to put him out of professional wrestling.
So there you go, Bart, directly involved in the Manny Fernandez situation. So as far as I'm concerned and Hugo's concerned, I'm sure just about everybody else out there watching this tape is concerned, Chicky Starr is just getting another taste of his own medicine.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, Hugo's opinions are always biased towards people like Invader Trace and Carlos Colon and all those other guys. His opinions biased. And look at Chicky Starr right here, bleeding once again profusely at the hands of Invader 3. And I have a feeling Chicky Starr is going to reach down and give Invader 3 exactly what he deserves, Hugo. And that's a real hiney kicking.
Well, can you verify your accusations here?
What accusations? You know exactly what I'm saying is true. Brad knows it's true whether he wants to admit it or not. Here's Invader 3 right once again right outside the ring there. It was a little rainy that night, a little muddy. I mean, anything can happen out there. And finally, Chicky Starr gets back in the ring. Invader 3 looks like he's mad, but I know Chicky Starr is going to end up getting the upper hand, and it's just going to take a few minutes, isn't it, Brad?
Well, I tell you what, Bart, right here, you know, Invader 3's got the initiative right here. I mean, it is a hot night in Bayamon. It's Anniversary 88. And he's just going out there and taking care of business the only way you really can when you're dealing with a guy like Chicky Starr, and that's to go fist city, tooth and nail, and just try to beat him before he can get that upper hand and come back on you.
He was biting him right here, all over the head and forehead of Chicky Starr. You could see the blood just gushing down from the forehead of Chicky Starr. Referee is the Vikingo from Central America.
All right, Chicky Starr finally did what he had to do.
A low shot.
And, well, you were talking survival a couple of matches ago, Hugo, and that's exactly what Chicky Starr.
Right in the groin area.
Are you contradicting yourself
No, I just wanted you to describe that it was a low blow, that it was right in the groin area.
No, it wasn't in the groin at all. You must not have been looking. He hit him right in the solar plexus area, and there's a reverse atomic breaker, and you know, you're going to say, yeah, that's the groin area too, but you're wrong.
At least it's legal. At least it's legal.
Exactly, it is legal. And then you got El Vikingo, the referee there, who I think is one of the most worthless referees in the sport of professional wrestling. He's doing absolutely nothing.
I'll tell you what, I'll have to agree with you on that.
Well, what?
I'll have to agree with you on that.
Did you hear that, Brad?
Yeah, I sure did, and I think I'm going to have to agree with you there too, Bart. Vikingo, he doesn't know.
I can't believe this. We finally agree on something here.
Yeah, I think we all agree Vikingo doesn't know a wristwatch from a wrist lock.
Yes, sir.
Well, there's Invader 3 using that hard head again. He finally stopped Chicky a little bit, but I just wish Vikingo just stay out of the way and let these guys settle the score once and for all. And Vikingo, just get out of there. You're nothing but being in the way.
Okay, Invader 3 all over Chicky Starr, and the fans are loving every second of it. Big turnbuckle, down goes Chicky Starr.
Hey, this is really a great match, Hugo. It's been going back and forth, back and forth. No man's really had the upper hand. You know, Chicky Starr's bloody, but he's still got his punches in.
He's begging right play here.
Could be some.
Maybe the no mask.
No, there's
Chicky.
no moss going on here. You're starting to sound like Bobby Jaggers now, Ugo. There's no.
Wait a minute.
Going on here.
Wait a minute.
All he's.
Have I just been compared to Bobby Jaggers?
Oh, you said that, not me.
Can't believe this. I can't believe this.
Invader 3 shooting Chicky Starr in the ropes, and there's a big gut to the kick to the midsection.
Actually, very low.
Well, you're very questionable, but once again, you look at the referee. He's not going to do anything about it. Chicky Starr is going to have to reach down into his intestinal fortitude area that I know he has, and pull out something to stop the Invader 3. Look at he's biting him on the forehead. Never let be said that the World Wrestling Council action and all the tapes put out by ENG Productions and Capital Sports Promotions are not a lot of violence, because it's a very violent sport that we're in, Ugo, and I think this match typifies that violence.
Well, in the Caribbean, a lot of things happen, and they like hot action. And when you come down here to the Caribbean, you could expect to be in with some tough guys that want to go out and do some damage on your faces and bodies.
You're absolutely right, Ugo. I think the World Wrestling Council is probably one of the roughest, toughest wrestling organizations in the whole world, because you never know what's going to happen when you go out there from night to night. I mean, you got the fans out there throwing stuff at you.
That's a big shot by the
Chicky Starr is in big trouble right now, Ugo. But,
he's out of it. He's out of it.
The World Wrestling Council is the best wrestling around. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, Ugo, Brad and I have had an opportunity to wrestle for a lot of promotions in the 6 years that we've been wrestling, and I can honestly say that the World Wrestling Council, as far as caliber of competition, as far as toughness of competition, as far as, where else are you going to see barbed wire matches and double chain matches and cage matches and double cage matches? Everything that you could possibly see in the sport of professional wrestling to settle scores or whatever, you're going to catch in the World Wrestling Council, and I know Fast Eddie is going to catch it in the ENG Productions tapes regardless of when they come out.
I'll tell you what, that was well said. Pretty good.
The Invader 3.
Is that a compliment coming from you, Ugo?
Yes, I believe it was. At least it was intended to be. Did you notice that kick just hit the side of the head of the Invader 3 against the ring post?
Chicky Starr is finally gaining control of the match. It's just a matter of time before Invader 3 ran out of gas or whatever, ran out of tactics, ran out of punches, because he was throwing an awful lot of punches. And Ugo, punches are technically illegal, but when you got a referee like that, El Viquino, then you just got to take matters into your own hand.
Well, Chicky Starr now looks like he's a little bit more fresh than the Invader 3. Perhaps all that punching that Invader 3 did has exhausted him here.
Invader 3 kicks his legs right there.
The leg, right on the ropes.
Once again, smart ringmanship by Chicky Starr. He knows where he's at all times in the ring, and he does what he has to do.
He saved his butt, actually, because he was out for the count.
The Invader 3 looks like he's got a little bit of new life now, Ugo. He's taking it to Chicky Starr.
Well, there, Chicky Starr swinging it there, Ugo. Oh, there's a couple of jabs, and there's that big right. Brings Chicky Starr down. I tell you, he's hurting bad right here, but I've got confidence that Chicky Starr is going to overcome this particular situation.
In a moment like this is when a true athlete proves how great he is.
You're absolutely right, Ugo. We've been in the ring many times with Chicky Starr, and we know exactly how tough this individual is. And even though he's in the kind of in the losing,
you cannot count him out.
Now, you can't count him out.
Yes,
he's tough.
He's dangerous.
Well,
like an evil snake.
As the old cliche goes, it's never over until the fat lady sings, and she ain't singing yet, and it's probably somebody you might know anyway.
He's probably sitting around with Eddie Grimes somewhere.
Well, that's a possibility too.
Okay, meanwhile, Invader 3, it's all over.
Look at this.
Chicky Starr, illegal tactics, and I have to be honest about it. It hasn't been a scientific strategy battle here. It's been just an all-intention battle of destroying Chicky Starr by Invader 3 here.
Well, I think what you're trying to say there, Ugo, is all-out war.
Yes, it's been that.
Well, Ugo, when you got Chicky Starr, who had 14 stitches put in his head by Invader 3, and then Manny Fernandez, who almost ended Invader 3's career while managed by Chicky. Oh, there's a low blow.
No. You didn't.
That was a shot to the groin.
Why are you misleading the people out there who are watching on their homes? Why are you misleading those fat men out there that are sucking down a beer right now and misleading them into the type of tactics that Chicky's using? It was merely a hard shot to the solar plexus.
Ugo, are we watching the same match?
I don't know. I thought I heard something about.
There's a big knee by Chicky Starr. You all go ahead and continue your commentary.
TV?
Yes, you know they're out there, Ugo. There's guys out there that think they're bad. You're talking about truck drivers. These guys that go down
nice
to pool,
people. They
go down to
living.
pool halls and think that they can play pool with the best. And you've seen the best in action. And that's what I'm pointing this comment to, the fat guys out there that think they're so bad that there's no way they could go out and do what these two athletes are doing in the ring right now, and that's selling out and giving everything they got.
Well, I don't think we agree with the comments on. Let's identify your name again, because you are twins, and I don't want people to confuse the other one on that previous statement, which I would not be too proud to.
Hey, now, Ugo, I'm going to have to draw the line here. You know, Bart is my brother. And it's really hard. You can't say that about my brother. I agree with him about the fat truck drivers and all those other worthless guys out there that think they're tough. I mean, if you're tough, you get in the ring with a professional wrestler, and you're going to find out what tough is, particularly the likes of the sensational Batten twins.
I think that answered your question right there, Ugo. Chicky Starr
yes,
once again battling tooth and nail with the Invader 3, and they're just exchanging punches right now, back and forth. And there's a head into the turnbuckle, which once again stops Chicky Starr. Now, Ugo, how much punishment do you think Chicky Starr can take? He's taken a lot of punishment, but he's still,
big back.
He's a very
right
tricky individual. Good drop kicks by the Invader 3.
By the Invader 3.
The Invader 3 known for his flying tactics.
That's it, Chicky, kick out.
He should have hooked the leg. I think he had enough to cover him. I just thought that he should have.
Well, I think stamina is starting to play a vital role in this match right now.
Oh, watch this move.
Up on the second rope.
Nobody makes it better.
Press.
Chicky
Starr rolled it over.
Reversal.
Well, I thought that was it right there, Ugo.
I think it should have been in. If I can go, he can't even count to 3.
Hey, I don't think he can either. I agree with Bobby Jaggers' comment on one other. Back
he's
suplex.
I think he's got him. He's got him. 2 seconds. Very close.
No, it's uno, dos, tres in Spanish, or 1, 2, 3 in English for the people out there at home. And it's 1.
It was a close count.
2, 3 for you slow thinking people out there.
Slow thinking.
That's a smart move on Chicky Starr.
Meanwhile, Chicky Starr, it's all over at Invader 3. I'm being confused here. I don't know anymore.
Hey, now see, finally, Chicky Starr used his brains, used his stamina, used his dexterity, whatever you want to call it, and he pulled the match out. There he is, getting his hands raised. Chicky Starr put it on the Invader Trace.
A fantastic, hard-fought battle and a sensational win for Chicky Starr. He's bloody, but he is the winner. There's the doctor. Gonzalez again. Checking now on the Invader 3.
He gets a lot of business, doesn't he, Hugo?
Very dangerous profession. I will not say that he gets a lot of business. He's a good friend and a good doctor. Well, and we are about ready with any more comments.
I agree with Bart. He gets a lot of business down here, Hugo.
Let's see how this developed here. Good move by Chicky Starr.
He holds the rope. It was an over-aggressive move by the Invader 3.
Head first into the canvas.
He snapped that head back on the canvas, and that's enough to make you see Starr's.
Big elbow drop.
Vicious elbow.
Very fast. He went for the cover. He hooked the leg.
Hooked the leg right here. I have to agree with you there, Hugo, even though it kills me to do it.
And it was all over.
And hey, Chicky Starr, a hot summer night, and Bayamon is the winner of this particular match.
Fans, we are going to take you immediately to our next match. A hot night in Bayamon. It gets hotter.
All right, here we are with our 6th match, and if any match on the whole hot summer night in Bayamon typifies how hot of a night it was, it's this match here, the Iron Sheik against Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin.
And here's the Iron Sheik singing the national anthem of Iran. I guess that's what he's doing, Hugo. I can't understand Iranian. But this is obviously his way of greeting these great people of this great island, of this great rock of Puerto Rico. And he's got the right idea. He's telling the people of Sierra La Boca.
USA is a sick country like you. Iran, #1.
I don't think the Iron Sheik realizes that not everybody out in the audience speaks English, Hugo.
Well, I don't think it really matters because it's hard to understand him anyway.
That's true, too.
Whenever he speaks. Well, we talk about some strange individuals. Well, he's one of them.
Well, I tell you, Hugo, this match pits probably two household names, and anybody that's a hardcore wrestling fan has heard of the Iron Sheik and the Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin, and this promises to be nothing less than a brawl, because anytime you get these two guys together in the squared circle, you're not going to have a wrestling match, and right away, there's the Iron Sheik laying it into Ronnie Garvin. He hadn't even take off his robe guard yet, and he's taking that towel Garvin brings in the ring. He's choking with him. I tell you what, I'm enjoying this a lot.
He is all over. Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin. Let's talk a little bit about their careers. Iron Sheik, an ex-WWF World Heavyweight Champion, and Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin, former NWA World Champion, also World Wrestling Council's ex-Universal Champion. So there's too many there that want to prove who is the better of the two, and they have the ability and the talent to do so.
That's right. This is a classic match, Hugo. Right now, the Iron Sheik's choking him with that Sheik gear or whatever it is he wears on his head, some kind of towel or drape or whatever it is. And Ronnie Garvin.
Who we have as the referee again?
Well, Hugo, I wasn't even going to mention anything about the referee.
Big King was there.
That's right. He, I think they purposely, Capital Sports Promotion intentionally puts him in these kind of matches.
No, wait a minute.
Do anything.
I don't think
he's not going to do anything.
I could talk because I know for a fact that Vikingo, he's assigned by the World Wrestling Council, by the local commission here in Capital Sports, has nothing to do with the assignments on who is going to referee this match or the other.
Well, you know, Hugo, I think a requisite for being a referee is you ought to be able to count to three, and Vikingo can't even do that.
Well, you know, Hugo, you go ahead and you say that, and you make the people out there believe whatever you want to make them believe. But I'm telling you people out there, and I'm once again referring to those fat slobs that are sitting there with their brewski hanging out of their hand, that Vikingo is assigned matches like this because they know that he can't control them. And look at the Iron Sheik, he's going crazy, but there's a big chop from Ronnie Garvin, and you know that those are very heavy chops, Hugo.
Not only is he famous for his Hands of Stone.
Wow. Took the Iron Sheik right off his feet. Everybody knows how famous that big right hand is of Ronnie Garvin.
Oh, he's biting the Iron Sheik right now.
I tell you, just absolute mayhem. There's a hand nail rake across the back, and Ronnie Garvin pulling down the tights. And
what a move here!
It's a full moon, hot night in Bayamon, Hugo.
Oh, you hit it right in the nail because the Iron Sheik never expected that.
It looks like he's begging Allah there for a little mercy, maybe.
He's going to need more than that.
Oh, there's two fingers. Now, Hugo, how can the referee allow stuff like that? There's Vikingo. He saw the fingers go in the eye of the Iron Sheik, and he's doing. I'm just going to stop talking about it.
Well, it's a battle right from the beginning. It's going to get rougher because don't count the Sheik out.
Well, like you said, Hugo, two former world champions, one the WWF and the other in the NWA, plus Ronnie Garvin did hold the prestigious World Wrestling Council Universal Heavyweight title.
There's a cover.
And there's a 1, 2, and I don't think Vikingo can count to 3. Do you, Brad?
I don't either. You know, Bart, I have a tendency to agree with our friend Bobby Jaggers when he refers to El Vikingo as El Domo, El Referee.
Wait a minute. Did I just hear you say our friend?
That's right. Bobby Jaggers is a very good friend of ours, Hugo, and I'll thank you not to say anything derogatory about him because I just don't want you to.
And not only that,
let me just get this straight. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm not hearing right. You said my friend Bobby Jaggers.
That's exactly right. Bobby Jaggers and I go back to all the way to 1974.
Eddie, I am in deep trouble right here. Eddie Grice.
And Iron Sheik with a rear chin lock right now on Ronnie Garvin. He's controlling the tempo of the match. Garvin's trying to bridge up. Now he's up into a top wrist lock. And El Vikingo's sitting there wondering, hey, I don't even think I know what this hold is.
That's exactly right, Bart, because he doesn't know a wrist lock from a wristwatch. Like I said earlier, he's a worthless referee. He's El Vikingo, El Domo, El Referee.
And there is a show of power by the Iron Sheik right there as he powered Ronnie Garvin back into the headlock from that top wrist lock.
I'm starting to have flashbacks right here.
Well, you go ahead and have your flashbacks, Hugo. We're going to sit here and bring this great match to the people's
That's
out
right,
there.
Hugo. You don't have to say anything if you don't want to, because Brad and I have got total control of the situation. We're the men with the rap, the men with the looks, the men that get all the women. We know exactly what we're doing, where we've been, where we're going, and what's going to happen. So you sit there and think about Bobby Jaggers, and we'll describe the Iron Sheik putting those big, heavy boots to the upside-down Ronnie Garvin in the turnbuckle.
And remember another
Pretty
thing.
close to disqualification here.
You think Vikingo's smart enough to disqualify anybody.
Look at that. He threw the man off the rope there. If I can't, he got a clue.
Well, classic battle right here, Brad. Classic. There's a big jump.
He came out of nowhere.
Everybody.
Did you see the sweat just flying off the chest?
They heard it up on the 200th row of Juan Lobriel Stadium there in Bayamon.
Oh, there's a big double knockout right there. Who's going to get up first? I think it's going to be the Iron Sheik.
I'm going to sit here and see if
body
Aquino can
tackles
count
there.
to 3.
But here comes the Sheik.
Oh, here's a count.
Ex-Olympic wrestler.
That's exactly right.
Gold medalist winner.
You know, Ugo, you surprised me with some of your intelligent remarks sometimes, because that's exactly what I was going to say.
Well, I'm surprised I'm still hanging in here after a couple of the statements that I haven't heard
There's
here.
a salto side suplex from the Iron Sheik, and I guarantee you, Ugo, anytime you see the Iron Sheik wrestle, you're going to get a suplex clinic, and whoever's in the
He's
ring,
an expert.
He's an expert. Hey, you ask any well-known individual in the
I think he's
sport.
crazy too, but he does have that ability to surprise his opponents. Well, that's a camel clutch
it's
here.
Near camel clutch here. If he gets his arms up on his knees, he's in trouble.
He's made a lot of money with that hold.
Now look at Ronnie Garvin. Hey, now you got a classic brawler right here. What does he do? He takes it outside the ring, and what is he going to do? He's going to take that leg. No, that's not
this
what
is
he's gonna
illegal.
do.
Wait a
This
minute.
is illegal, Ugo. Look at Vaquino. Once again, he's not doing anything to stop this. He should disqualify.
Even
That just hurts just to see it.
Even the fat beer-bellied men out there can relate to getting hurt like that.
Well, I
How
guess
come when you
all
said
those
fat man-
60-second wonders out
How
there.
come when you said fat man, you looked at my editor here? Is this something personal?
Well,
Or?
no, but if the shoe fits, wear it.
All right, there's the sleeper hold applied by Ronnie Garvin, and he's a great administrator of that hold. The Iron Sheik is in a lot of trouble right here, but I've got a feeling that he's going to find a way to get out of this sleeper hold, Brad.
Ugo, once again, and Bart, a hot night,
Good
Anniversary
sleeper.
88. What a hot match this is, and decision's still not decided yet. It could go either way.
Well, there's a cover by the Ronnie Garvin, and Iron Sheik managed to kick out.
And what a move by Garvin. He had the sleeper, yet he went for the cover, and it didn't turn out the way he wanted, but he did take a gamble, and it almost paid off.
Well, a blatant chokehold right there. Now here's an Irish whip into the turnbuckle, and he comes in. Big knee caught him right up under the chin, and I don't think Ronnie Garvin was expecting that particular knee.
Caught him off guard. Here it comes. Good sunset flip. 2.
Look at that. He kicked out, and Vikingo's still slapping the mat, Ugo.
Brad, he's
What?
a lost cause.
Well, maybe he's a little bit slow.
I think Ugo's responsible for him getting his referee's license. Oh, there's a drop kick by Ronnie
What a
Garvin.
drop kick by Garvin.
Hey, that's something you don't see very often either, Ugo, is Ronnie Garvin throw a flying drop kick
Yes,
like
and
that.
it's muddy out there, and you don't have that
there's
much
one of those
balance
chops.
out there.
There's another one of those chops.
Ooh.
And it just looks like Saturday night at the chopping matches here. Both guys brawling outside the ring. And
Referee's counting. Referee's
exactly
counting.
The kind of match that I would expect from these two ex-world champions.
Well, if they don't get back in the ring, they're both going to be counted.
Oh, Ronnie Garvin hit that turnbuckle post. with
Here
that
it comes.
shoulder.
Clothesline.
Oh, there's a clothesline. I tell
he
you, that
moved.
does the arm absolutely
He'll
no
be
good at
feeling
all.
that for days.
That did the brachioradialis
Okay,
muscle no good
Garvin
whatsoever.
gets
Ugo.
in as the referee is counting, and it's a count out for the Iron Sheik, and in a tremendous battle here, a lot of chops, punching, and kicking.
Classic brawl, Ugo.
And Garvin wins it.
If I were the Iron Sheik, I would question the decision right here because I don't think Vaquino can count to 20.
The Sheik is not accepting this defeat here.
Oh, I don't blame him. I don't think Vaquino can count to 20. He probably went 1, 2,
having an
20.
argument here. He's not happy. He was surprised. Here he comes. He attacks Garvin.
Take care of him, Iron Sheik.
Just get Vaquino out of the way so Iron Sheik can just push him out of the way, Iron Sheik.
Good
there's
block.
the right hand. Tell you, Ronnie Garvin's not taking any of that crap from
Whoa!
Iron Sheik.
There's a
he
big
leveled him
right
with that
hand right there.
Okay, take that to Iron Sheik.
Okay, Iron Sheik's not
All right,
stupid. He
he's
knows
going
when to
crazy.
get.
Gentlemen, we're going to take you now to another great match of the hot night in Bayamon, Anniversary 88.
Tiene que haber un ganador. Cabellera versus Cabellera y sin límite.
Okay, here we are back in a hot night in Bayamon, another tag team match featuring our friend Bobby Jaggers and Dandy Dan Kroffat against the Barrio boys, Huracan Castillo and Miguelito Perez, in a hair versus hair match. And Brad, I tell you what, I don't think I'd wrestle in one of these kind of matches.
You know, that's exactly right, Bart. I mean, why would we want to sign a contract for a hair versus hair? Because there's no way they're going to share these great locks we have, brother. That's part of our image.
Well, right there, you're looking at one of the greatest classic physiques in the sport of professional wrestling.
Danny
the type of physique, I'm talking about Bobby Jaggers. The type of physique,
get out of here.
The type of physique
Get out of here.
that men would kill for.
There's definitely been a payoff here somewhere, because Bobby Jaggers, boy, he doesn't come as, he's been very successful, yes, but not because of his body. He's a bully with that body, but he's nothing compared to a muscle built like Danny Dan Kroffat.
Well, Ugo, let me try and put some kind of intelligent thought into. Now, see, now look at that. The Barrio boys right off the bat are jumping Kroffat and Jaggers, and they haven't even had a chance to get their Puerto Rican or their Caribbean tag team champion.
They want to get a win fast. It's a hair versus hair, no time limit, everything goes, and that's the only way you could beat the Kansas City Jayhawks, when you attack them right from the beginning.
Well, Ugo, that's just typical Puerto Rican style, is to attack a man from behind or two men from behind when they're not looking.
Well, look at that. They're throwing, the Barrio boys are throwing into the scaffolding that was holding up, I don't know what they're holding up, the lights or something, but
that's
really
right, the lights.
Difference. And, you know, what's with the brawling outside the ring? It seems like
everything goes. No disqualification. It's a war.
Oh, look at that, chair over the head of Bobby Jaggers. And, of course, I know Bobby's got a pretty hard head, and that might not affect him too much, but come on, Ugo, this is totally uncalled for.
Well, the hair match, you know, brings a lot more determination on the opponents, because the loser gets their hair shaped right in the middle of the ring.
Well, it seems like Castillo Jr. and Miguelito Perez would want to get their head shaped, because it sure couldn't hurt their looks any more than they already are.
I tell you, I think it might actually
I think we're getting a little bit too personal here.
Oh, no, we're not getting personal at all. You know, Miguelito Castillo,
do I sense a little bit? Do I sense a little bit of jealousy here involved?
No jealousy at all.
Maybe some discrimination.
Fact, if you'll just shut up and let me finish, I'll tell you where the jealousy is. The jealousy is the sensational Batten twins came to Puerto Rico and they took the tag team wrestling scene by storm. And Castillo and Miguelito didn't like it. Thought we were too big for our britches, and we went out there and proved to them that we're the best, and they just can't deal with that.
Well, they used to take you to the gym almost every day and ride with you guys to all the towns. I don't know.
Well, you know, they were just trying to lead us along there, because they're trying to come off being our friends when secretly they were plotting our demise, I think, the whole time. But I tell you, Bobby Jaggers,
I think Capital Sports Promotions had something to do with it too, Ugo.
There's Bobby.
Here we go with Capital Sports again.
Well, Bobby Jaggers is who is that referee? That's Frenchie in there.
Ramos.
Well, he couldn't. Well, he certainly couldn't be.
He's the owner of French's Gym in Brooklyn, New York.
Well, he couldn't be any worse than Vikingo. So I guess as far as referee goes, it's a step up in the right direction.
He's licensed by the New York State Athletic Commission, also by the New Jersey State Athletic Commission, and he has a license to referee in Puerto Rico and all the other Caribbean islands.
You're right, that is Frenchie. I couldn't hardly recognize him with that shine coming off the top of that bold plate there.
That's right. The gleam there kind of took my eyes off for a little bit. But here's Bobby Jaggers. Once again, I told you, Ugo, at the beginning of this match, the classic physique. I mean, think how many years, Brad, it took Jaggers to get the physique like that.
Tell you what, Bart, a lot of intense training and a lot of hard workouts from his home there in Dunlap, Kansas, to get him in the shape that he's in right now, which is peak condition. I guess you have a comment on that.
No, I'd rather just pass.
That's a good idea, Ugo, because there's two of us here. I know you were tough and you were a wrestler at one time, but you got the state-of-the-art tag team wrestling sitting right beside you, so you better keep yourself in line.
I don't want any trouble, boys.
Well, if you just sit there and be a good boy, sit there and be a good boy, we might not take it out on you the next time on the pool table. There's Dan Kroffat coming up with a big knee to the midsection and a couple of hard chops to the chest. And there he goes.
Big reversal right there.
Oh, a big Mexican belly.
Big clothesline right there.
What a good follow through by Huracan Castillo.
I'll tell you, I'll give a little credit here.
A lot of credit is due here.
No, a little credit.
Look at Jaggers.
Oh, well,
the bully in trouble.
Look at that, 2 against 1. Naturally, they can beat
he's
up
getting whipped.
2 against 1.
He is getting whipped.
Hell, now, see, Bobby Jaggers and Dan Kroffat have got to kind of take a little breather right here and get their
well, they need more than a
catch
breather.
their wind and get their thinking back, and because Miguelito and Castillo are hitting them with 2-on-1 tactics, and as far as I'm concerned, that's their typical way of doing things.
They're hitting them with everything, and so far we have not seen a good counterattack by the Jayhawks. And Miguelito and Castillo came into the ring not being their favorites, so they have so
they're
far.
certainly not my favorite.
You know, Hugo, there's...
I was talking about as far as winning the match. Not crowd-wise, not fan-wise.
Well, there's a side headlock being administered by Castillo Jr. right there on Dandy Dan Kroffat. And there's a tag. That's illegal. I can't believe they actually made a legal move there.
Oh, they always
there's always
oh, what a move!
There's a drop down leapfrog, big double hip toss. And naturally, they stole that move from the sensational Batten
Exactly
twins,
right,
but,
Bart.
They say imitation is the finest form of flattery,
Yes, but
Brad.
let me recall.
Oh,
you guys
big
have
double
been in
drop kick,
wrestling
too.
For 6 years. They've been in wrestling for 9 years.
Well, that's
So
only...
who is copying who? Let's
Hey,
get some
Ugo,
statements here.
Ugo, if you'll just put a clamp on it and let me explain to you that the sensational Batten twins are the state-of-the-art in tag team wrestling. I mean,
Can you
got two
verify
guys-
that?
I can verify it, Brad. Aren't we the state-of-the-art in tag team
Bart,
wrestling?
we're the World Wrestling Council World Tag Team Champions. We've held belts everywhere we've ever been in our lives in the part of professional wrestling goes. I think that speaks for itself.
Well, Bobby Jaggers would approve of that verification. But once again, Dandy Dan Kroffat trying to calm things down a little bit in the ring, and I personally
Stalling from
think
time here because they're getting whipped.
What do you mean stalling, Hugo? That's a great strategy right there. They're just trying to get their wind back and try to figure out where these guys are coming from, because obviously the Barrio boys are so vain that they don't want to take a chance on...
Low kick.
Oh, it's a kick into the midsection, Hugo.
Right in the breadbasket, Hugo.
Right,
Come
that's
on.
right.
Call the match the way it is.
You know, now if you hit one of them fat beer-bellied truck drivers there in the well, there's just a little bit of bad thinking there on the part of the Jayhawks, and the purpose of going over and throwing a punch at Bobby Jaggers when he's outside on the apron, Hugo.
Hey, there's a lot of people out here that would like to do
there it
the
is
same.
again.
There they go, double teaming again too, Hugo. Now, how can you possibly condone that?
Well, I'm not. I'm just saying it was great.
Standing vertical suplex. Finally, Castillo brings Dan Kroffat down, crashing to the mat with the cover, but I guarantee you he's not going to get the foot on the rope. See, you got to do what you have to do, particularly when your hair is on the line, as it is in this match. And a hot night in Bayamon, and it's going to get hotter if you don't start seeing things our way, Hugo.
Oh, my goodness. Boy, I'm starting to feel a lot of heat in here.
There, see, he finally kicked out, and there's a side headlock, another legal tag.
Actually, I'm sweating already.
Well, actually, I'm surprised they made a legal tag. There's a punch. See, a punch. The referee's not doing anything about that. He's letting them get away with everything.
Okay, good move by Miguelito. Side headlock. He shoots him to the ropes. Oh, what a move here. He blocks them, and a couple of good hits by Miguelito.
Oh, yes. Drive that gut. Drive that shoulder in.
And look at Jaggers with the shoe baby whip.
Hey, you said anything goes at the beginning of the match, Hugo.
Okay,
they were throwing him into the scaffold. So
Indeed.
Why not pull shoe baby out and let it get a little damage in?
Whoa.
Oh, there's that big shoulder tackle.
Looked like a Canadian football tackle.
Hey, we've taken a few of those, and I guarantee you see
Explosive.
Stars every time. He just explodes that on you. Looks like he's getting him up for a running power slam. Oh,
I just can't believe that a great athlete like Kroffat had teamed up with Bobby Jaggers.
Well, you got two great athletes forming a great tag team.
One and a bully in the corner.
What do you mean a bully? Don't you realize Jaggers played football for Washington State University? He's played baseball. He's done everything, Hugo. He's a heck of an athlete.
And don't you realize that
He has never come forward with any proofs on that, therefore
Hugo, he told me that after he got finished playing USC,
he told me many things that I'm still checking
O.J.
on.
Simpson's wife came up to him and said, Bobby Jaggers hit O.J. harder than he ever been hit in his
what
life.
a move.
And as far as I'm concerned, Bobby Jaggers has never told a lie.
Whoa.
Well,
there was an impressive move right there by Miguelito Perez to get a reverse on Dan Kroffat and Castillo Jr. What's he doing in the ring?
He has no business being in the ring at all.
They threw Castillo out. They threw Miguelito out, and referee did not see that.
Well, that's because Castillo was in the ring distracting the referee. I mean, these guys are working against each other. You never see the state of the art do something like that, Hugo.
Little bit of confusion here caused by the tactics of the Jayhawks, and Miguelito is hurt.
Yeah, he's probably got a hangnail there on his big toe, Ugo.
And this could
these
spell
guys can't
some
take
trouble.
much pain.
Are you kidding me? These boys are tough. You should know
Ugo,
that.
Tough is
You've
sitting
been
right
around here.
beside you in the forms of the sensational Batten twins, and you ought to know that more than anything else because you felt it on the pool.
Oh,
what a
I
move.
tell you, that
Oh, my
reverse
goodness.
slam, I tell you, that's about as devastating a move as you're going to see in professional wrestling.
And lucky for Miguelito, Castillo came in.
yeah, he
with a
came in.
kick
Oh,
for
yeah,
a
came in,
save.
kicked him, and
Okay, gentlemen, let's recall it. You said that everything goes here, so
well, okay.
what's legal, it's legal, right? Oh, what a kick.
That was legal right there. Legal
Okay.
kick to the midsection, and there's Bobby Jaggers dropping a big forearm across the throat of Miguelito Perez. And there's an elbow to the throat of Miguelito Perez. And Bobby Jaggers is doing what he does best, and that's taking total control of a match and using his forms of verification to
Yeah,
win.
sure. He stays in the corner. He lets the athlete Kroffat go in, takes some punishment, and when he finally gets one down, then Jaggers comes in. He kicks some part of the bodies of Miguelito Castillo. When he gets tired, he tags out. I mean, I'm not too happy with that strategy because he hasn't shown the wrestling world what kind of shape he's in. Well, needless to say, we're talking about deep condition
Hey,
here.
look at him. He's in perfect shape. I mean, that's a perfectly toned athletic body right there. I'm not talking about Miguelito Perez either.
There he, you know, Bobby Jaggers and Dan Kroffat is a great combination, Ugo, because
Good
you got
forearm there by
Dan
Jaggers.
Kroffat, yeah, he's rocked him with those forearms, and well, there's a double shoulder tackle, and both men went down. But you know, Bobby Jaggers and Dan Kroffat is a good tag team because you got Kroffat that does all the aerial stuff, and Bobby Jaggers is the brains of the outfit, and that's how they got
He's
where
just
they
the
are.
bully. Kroffat is the athlete, and here we have a double tag here.
Uh-oh, and Castillo Jr.'s in the ring, and it doesn't look like he's a very happy camper to me. Shooting Kroffat in the rope. Oh, boy, was that a vicious clothesline right there.
It had all the
Just
power
about
behind
took
it.
his hat off.
Look out, high backdrop.
High backdrop. There's
Here
Jaggers
comes
coming in.
Jaggers.
Hey, he drew
Here
that
comes
forearm
Miguelito
to the-
also.
Well, we got all four men in the ring right now, and it's just well, there's a backdrop.
Out goes
over the
Miguelito.
top rope. They'll just stay out there, Miguelito, so Jaggers and Kroffat can take care of your barrio boy partner there.
Castillo now in a lot of trouble.
That's it, boys.
So
That's it,
double team
boys.
takes place here by the Jayhawks. Watch out. Here it comes.
Oh, big
Clothesline.
bear hug.
Oh, they got
This
him.
has got to be it right here. I can't wait to see Castillo, Miguelito
Get out there and
ball
count,
him.
referee.
Oh, but here comes Miguelito.
Hey, where's
Oh.
the referee at? What was he doing over there, Ugo?
last
Counting
second.
stars or something?
He's probably blinded
Almost
by the
a-
sheen
He
off his
must have gone to
head.
the
Almost a
Vikingo
3
School of
second.
Referee.
Oh,
Oh, he's up in
look
the middle
out.
rope. Oh, flying body press.
But now Jaggers comes in.
Hey, smart
Okay,
tag team wrestling.
One
Ugo.
each then on that.
Yeah, okay, they're even. Well, I'll give them that. There's,
Okay, they're exchanging some blows here, and another
well, I
move by
think
Castillo over
we're
the
pulling
top.
out all the stops now, right into the mud.
Of course,
right
we
there.
have to specify that the disqualification of the top rope rule was waived for this special challenge, hair versus hair match.
Well, no, anything goes, Ugo, and that means you can throw a guy over
good
the
block,
top rope.
good block.
Good block
Kroffat
by Dan
holding on.
Kroffat. Castillo trying to
Oh.
suplex. There, he shook his legs. That's it. Took him off
I'm
balance
telling
there.
you.
Oh, look at that.
And
See?
it's a tremendous athlete.
Hey, he makes a save right there. If he hadn't done that, those guys would have
good kick by
two
Kroffat.
chrome domes. Big spinning kick by Kroffat. Oh, there's a small package by
And
Castillo.
Jaggers comes right in.
Hey, I tell you, these guys are pulling out all
it's
the
Back
stops.
really
and forth,
getting-
back and forth. Something's going to happen here, Ugo.
Oh.
Hey, I'm enjoying this because I know what the
Beautiful
Barrio
action.
boys are going to
Beautiful
look
action
like
here.
with the bold-headed
Oh, power-
Oh, fascist power
But
slam.
here it comes,
Hey,
Jaggers.
had to save it right there because that's not too many
Oh.
people
Yeah,
get
because
up
they
and
were
get
getting
a
whipped.
Castillo.
power
They were
slam.
getting whipped, and you know it.
Well, all four men
Okay,
once
four
again
men in
back
the
in the ring.
Oh, Kroffat drops down. Here it comes. He leaps over him. Oh, he puts the brakes. Hooks
Oh
the legs.
no, I've
It's
never
on.
seen that move
Whoa!
before. Unbelievable.
3
He had his
seconds.
foot on the rope or something. There's no way that could have happened like
Come on,
that.
he had his tights, Ugo. You saw it right there.
What?
No way, no way.
Stop it.
Hey.
No way.
Okay, we have TNT. We have.
Now, what are these two clowns doing in the ring? TNT
It is time
is
to
a reject
secure-
from a Hari Kari movie or a
We-
Kung Fu movie. He should be on the
We are gonna
11 o'clock
enjoy-
feature on Channel 13.
We are going to enjoy the sight of seeing the Jayhawks
This
get
is
their
a
hair.
travesty right here, Ugo Savinovich, because they held the man's tights for the 1, 2, 3. The Barrio boys should be the ones getting that chrome dome.
Well, you got to remember, Brad, that this match is a hot night in Bayamon, and Bayamon is in Puerto Rico, and they're going to make sure that they won the match regardless of what it took.
Well,
Right,
you
Ugo?
know you're wrong.
Right, Ugo?
You
No,
know
you know
you're
I'm
wrong.
right.
We saw it. The fans, hey, they got the VHS. They could play it back as many times as they wanted, and they're going to see what really happened.
That's
they
right.
were
The tights
shocked.
were pulled.
I'm telling you what, Kroffat and Jaggers never saw it coming, and they were surprised. And that win came, and it was a tremendous win for Miguel and Castillo. And those are the results there, as Kroffat and Jaggers are losing their hair. And we're finding out some surprises here. Their roots are black.
Well,
The roots are black here, gentlemen.
no comment on that,
No
Ugo. All
comments.
I've got to say
It
is
started with blonde, shiny hair, and when it gets down to that, we see some black roots here.
Well, you know,
Something is going wrong here.
well, obviously, okay, let's just tell the people they bleached their hair, Ugo. Okay, they bleached their hair, and that's why the roots are black. And obviously, it's going to show up when they get their hair cut off. But as far as the sensational Batten twins are concerned, it was a tremendous miscarriage of justice, and I can't wait till we get the Barrio boys in the ring, because we're going to prove to them what tag team wrestling's all about, right, Brad?
That's right, Bart. Not only them, we're going to prove to everybody on this rock and everybody in the whole world that the sensational Batten twins, the crazy trade of professional wrestling, are what it is in tag team wrestling today. We are the epitome of tag team wrestling.
This
Well,
is
a lot of modesty on your part, gentlemen.
Hey, Ugo, we just call spade a spade, you know?
Whoa.
I know
Meanwhile
our-
in the ring, we are watching Jaggers crying
I'll
like
tell
a
you,
big
this-
crybaby.
This is, you know, these people at home. If you got a chance, you fat beer belly guys, go ahead and go up and get you a beer. 'cause
Oh,
you
wait
don't
a
need
minute.
to see
Wait a minute.
this.
Now you're looking
You
at
don't
my
need
belly.
to see this.
Now you're looking at my belly. I think now you're getting personal because
no, I'm not
I don't have
talking-
time to work
I'm
out.
talking about beer,
I
Ugo.
produce
I'm not talking about Cuddy
programs for
Sark,
Capital
Perrier, and a
Sports.
twist.
Well, you should not be looking at. Okay, I do have a belly, but it's, you know, I'm a busy man. I don't get that much sleep either. It's tough.
We know that's a
Okay,
fact.
We have the Jayhawks crying. It's all over for them as the hot night in Bayamon came in to a sad ending for them. And the final results,
Miscarriage of justice.
Castillo and Miguelito, the winners. They're not through. They want to get some more.
They look at the Barrio boys. They have already won the match. They've cut the guy's hair, so now they want to go out and try to beat
ugly
them some
face
more.
on that Jaggers.
Well,
Boy, is he ugly.
it's a face only a mother could love, Ugo. What can you say?
Boy, he's a little bit more ugly than Rick St. James, that Jaggers.
Well, we won't make any comments there.
Okay, fans, the action continues, and it's getting hotter because we are going to be taking you into the big main event, the fire match. And it gets hotter. Okay, it's main event time as the fire match. It features Hercules Ayala against Carlos Colon.
That's right, Ugo. Let me just go ahead and introduce this match. That's right, it's a fire match. Hercules Ayala against Carlos Colon, a fire match, a hot night in Bayamon. And you know, you people out there, you're not going to be able to smell the burning flesh. You're not going to be able to smell the singed hair. I know you're tired of Ugo Savinovich contaminating your mind.
guarantee you
You
that.
have nothing to say. We got everything to say. A hot night in Bayamon, baby. Fire match, Hercules Ayala against Carlos Colon. You people out there have never seen anything like it before, have they, Brad?
That's exactly right, Bart. So all you fat, beer-bellied truck drivers and rednecks out there, you sit back. Hey, get out of here, Ugo. I got the microphone now. Sit back in your chair, pop the top on that beer, and try to keep your buck-toothed wife under control from the sight and sound of the sensational Batten twins, and sit back and see something you've never seen before, and that's a fire match brought to you by E&J Productions.
That's right. So you rednecks out there, get ready for the match of your life, because you're never going to see anything else like this. Only the World Wrestling Council and the Capital Sports Promotion and E&G Productions bring you a fire match like this, and only those people there involved can give you the commentary of the sensational Batten twins. Just
tell
ignore
him,
this
Bart.
guy back here because he
means
doesn't know
nothing.
what's going on. Just sit back
Stars
and
of the show
listen
right
to
here,
sensational
baby.
Batten twins. Shut up, Ugo. Listen to the sensational Batten twins, because we'll never steer you wrong. We'll never steer you wrong. We're going to make sure that this is a hot night, and if you can't interrupt us like
Here we go, the main event of Anniversary 88, a hot night in Bayamon, and how much hotter can you get than a fire match, Brad?
You can't get any harder than that, Bart. And it just goes to show what we were talking about earlier in the tape, that down here in the World Wrestling Council, you have your barbed wire matches and your cage matches, and now for the first time, or maybe not the first time, but the only place in the world that's going to happen is a fire match.
And let's describe to the fans right now the origin of this match and the inventor. And will you believe it that it was a guy named LB Kingo?
Well, it could only take somebody with his kind of mentality to come up with, well, with it, like I said, Ugo, only somebody with his kind of mentality could come up with a situation like this, a match like this. Ricky Vargas in the ring, and just look at that fire burning around these guys. I've got to give credit to Carlos Colon, even though I hate to do that, and credit to Hercules Ayala. It takes a lot of guts to get into a ring that's surrounded by fire like that.
Oh, very generous on your part.
Oh, I mean, look at that. That fire has to burn every time you hit those
and
ropes.
What about the temperature inside there?
Oh, yeah, it was, well, it was a hot night in Bayamon that night anyway, in September the 10th, but when you add the temperature from that fire that's going around that ring, I mean, I tell you, it's just like being in an inferno.
And both men hating each other, and they were ready for this battle.
Well, you know, the situation that set this match up, Ugo, just to inform the people a little bit, was
very dangerous one.
Yeah, it was. It was. We had there was an award ceremony.
World Wrestling Council Awards.
Yeah, World Wrestling Council Award ceremony, and Carlos Colon got an award that Hercules
Best Wrestler
of the year. And Hercules Ayala felt that he should have got that award, and Carlos brought his wife up, a very emotional scene, and Hercules Ayala came up and actually knocked Carlos down, and he slapped her. And I mean, anytime you slap somebody's wife, then you just ask for trouble.
Here's where you're wrong, because there was never a slap. She was pushed down to the floor, but there was no slap there.
Well, you saw what you saw, and I saw what I saw. But regardless, he laid his hands on Carlos's wife, and you just don't do that.
Okay, getting back into this fire match, Hercules Ayala.
The action's getting hotter and hotter, Ugo.
He's got something in his hands right now.
I'll tell you.
Probably his fist, Ugo. I didn't see anything else.
Looks like a can or something.
Well, once again, you got the...
Don't say a beer can, it's a soda can.
Hey, I wasn't going to say anything, Ugo. I was just going to say that every now and then these people down here in Puerto Rico get a little carried away and throw anything they can get their hands on into the ring.
We have improved 80% on that situation. You know, tempers get a little bit carried away sometimes.
Oh, look
at
James.
The hair is burning.
Hair. I tell you what, Ugo, this is the people out there have never seen anything like this, and this is the first time I've actually seen the match. And what's to say that his whole head of hair just won't go up in flames, you know?
Yes, they do have fire extinguishers on the outside in case the wrestler gives up or surrenders. They bring in the fire extinguishers in.
Well, I tell you, I'm just really overwhelmed by this particular situation. Like I told you, I've never seen a match like this, and I know I would never personally step into a ring surrounded by fire because I have too much concern for my bodily health.
Okay, Hercules Ayala showing off his strength as he is dominating all over Carlos Colon, and we have pointed out a hot rivalry going on here. It's more than just a match, more than the fire, the desire to destroy each other.
Well, you know, Carlos Colon's given up a lot of height and weight and strength here, but just, you know, he's got desire. He's so motivated. He's so fired up that it doesn't make any difference to him what kind of match this would have been. I think if he'd have saw Hercules out on the street.
There's a patented Puerto Rican low blow there, Ugo.
Yes, it was indeed the trademark of Carlos Colon. He does have that down to where he's fast.
Well, personally, Ugo, I don't think that's an admirable trait. I don't know how you feel about it.
I do agree with you. I'm the one that's I've been asking a lot of the World Wrestling Council officials that they should have more fines.
Oh, you're going to ask El Vikingo to go out there and
not
him.
Right.
I was referring to the commissioner, Hayden T. Joseph, to the vice president, Joe Pedicino, because I do believe that we should be a little bit more looking into this violation.
I tell you, did you see that Carlos Colon just jamming that fire right in the face of Hercules Ayala? And I guess if you got a score to settle with somebody, this is the kind of match you want to do. He's already busted Hercules' head wide open with punches and headbutts, and Carlos Colon does have a hard hit.
Okay, check this out. Ayala, a bloody mess right now. And he's getting burnt.
I tell you, there's
with
old
the fire.
Fast Eddie down there trying to get his pictures. Fast Eddie has always been known to be around any kind of hot situation, Ugo.
Yes, he does.
And we definitely had a hot situation. Anniversary 88 in Bayamon.
It was a hot night in Bayamon, and this is what the people came to see, the main event.
Big main event.
Tell you, I don't think the people have been disappointed at all, and I know the people at home watching this tape aren't disappointed at all because they're not going to see a match like this on any other tape. The only way they're going to see it is E&G Productions, World Wrestling Council promotion. This tape here, fire match, hot night in Bayamon. I mean, you're not going to see it anywhere. It is hot.
It is hot.
Oh, good move by Ayala right there, using his smarts. Carlos Colon's a smart man, but Hercules outsmarted him, Ugo.
Well, he's got that.
That is the name of the game, to outsmart your opponent, go for the win, and in this case, more than a win, we're talking about destruction here. That could leave some awful marks on their bodies with that fire so close around them.
There's Hercules Ayala going. Oh, I know that had to burn his arm right there, Ugo. Hercules Ayala kicking after the leg of Carlos Colon, trying to weaken that knee because Carlos Colon's best move, probably the best figure-4 leg lock in the sport of professional wrestling. But Hercules Ayala doesn't have a bad one either.
He has the inverted,
he has the inverted figure-4 leg lock, and he's trying to weaken Carlos's leg right here so he can maybe strap that figure-4 on him and end the match. There he is, just
and at this time, the whole Coliseum, Ruben Rodriguez, and the Lubriel Stadium next door, when they were watching it in the big screen, it was a madhouse. The people were just insane as they could not believe all that fire and all the intensity of the both wrestlers in the ring.
Well, you can see in the background there, Ugo, they're standing on their feet. They're excited. They've never seen a match like this. I don't know too many people have seen a match like this.
I was ready to bite my nails.
I tell you what, it was a great block there by Carlos because Hercules tried to get him in that inverted figure-4 leg lock, and Carlos just happened to almost cradle him out.
Oh, look out.
Oh, look at how close that
right to his arm.
I tell you, it's
to his face now.
I believe he's got a little inflammation there in his arm.
Yes.
I tell you, look at that. He's trying to set his hair on fire. I tell you, there's no love lost, obviously, between these two wrestlers.
Once again, is right. Carlos attempting to fight back here. And big Hercules all over Carlos Colon. No title involved, as the World Wrestling Council for this match has stripped Hercules of the Universal Championship, but it was honor and pride and a lot of guts involved to get even in the part of Carlos and Ayala to destroy Carlos Colon.
Oh, I tell you, there it is. He's finally got that figure-4.
Oh, reversal here.
Carlos has turned it right back over and reversed it on him. I tell you, this could be it right here.
Are we talking about some heavy artillery here in the part of Colon as he almost had him?
Well, Ayala's smart. He went right to the ropes, grabbed the rope, so he has to break the figure-4 hold.
Picks him up.
Oh, I tell you, that knee drop right there. Oh, I tell you.
I give Carlos Colon credit. He's strong. He's tough. He might be maybe the best that there is.
He's got the know-how.
But
he's been there before.
Yeah, but I have a feeling one of these days he's going to meet with the sensational Batten twins, and we're going to show him exactly how great we are.
Boy, aren't we looking for some trouble with everybody tonight?
Well, Ugo, you know, sometimes you just got to call them as you see them.
Some people like to live dangerously, and I'll see it's going to be some tough outings for you guys in the future.
Well, I tell you what, I would look forward to getting in the ring with Carlos Colon because when you get in the ring with a wrestler of his caliber who's wrestled all the top guys in the world.
Okay, and let's get back to the action here as Ayala is screaming in pain, holding on from the pants of the referee. He's ready to give up here, but he's fighting it hard.
Ricky Vargas Benitez is asking Hercules if he wants to give up. I'm telling you, there's too much pride on the line here. He's not going to give up unless he gets knocked out or more seriously injured. These two guys are going to go at it.
Referee is very concerned. Ayala is not giving up, but at this particular moment, it looks like it's going to be all over for Ayala.
I tell you, he
cannot stand the pain any longer.
The knee joint can't take that.
Okay, and it's all over.
There it is, right there.
This was the end of the hot night in Bayamon. But it wasn't quite over yet because Carlos Colon wanted to put more pain, more destruction on the man that had really offended his wife and his people. And Ayala, in a lot of pain, it was officially all over. But Carlos wanted more.
I tell you, Carlos, you can't really blame a guy for doing this because, like you said, Hugo, Puerto Ricans have a lot of pride. Family is very important to them, and he feels like he didn't get quite enough punishment in. He's just going to get a little bit more.
Okay, win was not enough. It's all over. The referee now, he wants the referee out of the picture. He wants to do more damage on Hercules Ayala. The main event came down to a close, and the fire extinguishers were brought in. And there was a bloody mess on Hercules Ayala. And it was all over for him, but Carlos.
There he is going after him again, Hugo. I realize there's a lot of pride and slap the man's wife around, but
this is uncalled for.
There's a time where you got to stop it. The match is over. He won the match. I mean, what else does he want to do?
He beat the guy.
He wanted to break both legs on Ayala. That's what he wanted. I had a chance to interview him after this particular match. And believe me, the intentions on Ayala were the same. Unfortunately for him, Carlos Colon secured a figure 4 leg lock. There was no escape for Ayala. And big anniversary came hard to an ending on Ayala. A bloody mess defeated by Carlos Colon. Well, fortunately for me, we have come to an ending of this hot night in Bayamon, and I think it was hotter in here, and I hope you buy a lot more tapes from Eddie Grice, but I think I'm going to wind up in the hospital. What do you guys think about the hair versus hair match, Miguel and Castillo against the Jayhawks?
The Barrio boys lucked out again, but it doesn't make any difference because I know we're going to meet them down the line. They're going to run into this state-of-the-art of tag team wrestling, whether you like it, whether the people out there like it. There's one thing you can always count on. Anytime you see E&G Productions, World Wrestling Council, Capital Sports Promotion, you're seeing the best in professional wrestling. You're seeing the stars right here. In this case, it's the sensational Batten twins, and there's nothing else there is to be said about that except people out there just better get ready because anytime you see us on tape, you know you're getting the best. And Hugo, I think you need to find another pool partner, or Fast Eddie needs to find another pool partner, or maybe you just get out of here.
Let me get back to you about the invitation to shoot pool together. As a matter of fact, I am out of here.
Thank goodness. Get out of here. We don't need you. Fast Eddie, you need another partner. You need another partner.
People are getting a chance to see the stars of the show right here, baby.
Whenever you see the sensational Batten twins.